enough in itself. But I believe we're jumping into the game, so Vincent, last thoughts.
Yeah, honestly, jump into it. I'll leave you boys to it.
Thank you very much. Looking forward to Mirage here to kick things off for our opening map for Haze and I. And I'm looking forward to this again because I think this is a good chance for PARIVISION to get back on the right track after that tough defeat just a week ago here.
Good to be alongside one of the ex-CCT lads, of course. Been a changing of the guard, Cole. We wouldn't have cast together since end of last year, I reckon. So, yeah, good to be alongside you once again.
Yeah, likewise. I'm looking forward to it. I saw that you were on today. I was like, yes, nice.
Let's go, baby.
That's always good. But Azulu, he's gonna be hanging about here in towards Palace, waiting for this attack to come through. And he's got the right tools to deal with him, but Kicker just sends out a quick headshot right there. Very fast. At least Mighty Max still holding out towards CT spawn. Able to find a couple of quick kills as well. Art Frost, what is going on there? Didn't quite get the comm, but you know what? Job feels like it could be just mostly done here. It's Mighty Max fighting for his life, but only landing tags, not kills.
Yeah, I mean, he's the one-man army right now on the CT side. Sejot hoping he can try and affect the situation, and he's in a 1v4, but all four of his opponents are half health or less right now. I don't think that's going to change much. Patsy goes for the wide swing, and he will indeed finish off the job. Let's see, we got some player cams here, man.
Yeah, no, I've been loving the player cams here. Get a lot of
my first
information off
game,
of.
so I haven't seen them yet.
Oh yeah, it's been lovely. It's a game changer because again, you get the vision. I mean, I remember like rounds where you see someone get very visibly frustrated, and then you lose out from that point, and you have to think that frustration plays a key factor, and you just wouldn't have that information if the player cams weren't on. So yeah, I always like that.
I think it's just like you can almost feel that it's a more important game when you've got player cams. When you've got online production, you've got to do everything you can to try and eke out the few extras in these sorts of stages of the competition. We do see Endpoint just looking to try and take some fights in towards mid, but they get cleaned up. Eco, not even good for a single kill as PARIVISION go up 2-0.
Nicely done right there. Quick and easy. PARIVISION looking sharp here to deal with the USPs. That's always good. No casualties. Just clean. Mac 10 kills, and I had into the first gun round. This is kind of my more concerning point for these third round buys, is that sometimes they leave you a little bit lacking in the utility department. So sometimes the CT side, options are going to be a little bit limited here.
Yeah, it's why we've actually seen teams forcing up a bit more regularly in the second round if they lose the pistol on the CT side, because they're thinking about that gun round as well. Kind of get two pieces of util and M4 and sometimes head armor. Either way, let's see what's going to happen. PARIVISION just applying some pressure in towards his B bomb site here. Sejot in conjunction with Surreal, I believe it is, and supports arrived in the way of Crucial. So endpoints are actually heavily stacked up on this B bomb site right now, and there's action going down in towards Connector. It actually favors Endpoint. That might funnel PARIVISION forward.
Shot in a forward angle right here. He's got a lot to deal with, but finally pops up, able to claim a quick kill and get out of dodge, dancing through that smoke, letting his teammates take that next point of contact. That one goes just about swimmingly for them. No big deal, shutting that one down. I mean, again, you get to see the value here. I figured that, without watching any of Endpoint's games with this new lineup, I figured that Sejot would be, filling in for some of the more anchoring positions here. And, I mean, again, with, like you said, with, sustainability with Surreal's rating right now, I kind of agree with you, but also that could mean that he can lean in on some more exciting positions for himself.
Yeah.
Which could be, massive deal. That could be a reason why he's able to play a little bit more confidently. So
yeah, like
we'll see that throughout the series.
Doing it against some decent teams, which will definitely boost his confidence. This is a great start to the round here for PARIVISION, though. Didn't see much at all from them in the previous, but they've opened up with 2 quick kills in towards mid. That makes a statement here. Endpoint, a bit shell-shocked. How do they respond? 3v5 PARIVISION, their protocol is, okay, kills found mid, let's just shift A here.
A bad idea here. Group up and execute off the back of those opening duels. Wait a second. Jerry kind of left on an island. Could give it back there, but just about able to escape. Does get the information about where those resources lie. And now it's the Mighty Max to defend here, but the flashes are so incredible. And his decision, it has to be to fight forward right there. There's no other options. Crucial and Sajat probably off to save that, I have to imagine.
Yeah. Good work coming through from PARIVISION. It was a great start to the round, but then they used their advantage very nicely as well. They keep Jerry in middle, so he can at least maintain tabs of the control they got. I mean, often you'll see a team get mid-control like that, and then everybody departs. CT send, you know, a player in, and they realize that there's nothing left. So I think just leaving someone behind to just pin that control on the board and make sure that they're able to keep some info flowing through is really important. And there we go. PARIVISION clap back immediately after losing their first round. Something I do want to get your thoughts on is, we're speculating here. It's what we do as casters. We don't get to hear the comms of the team. We do a lot of speculating. Now, obviously, the rumored change is that Jerry will be getting benched on PARIVISION. We don't give too much weight to rumors. But if it's your IGL who's being rumored to be dropped from the team, I mean, how much does he really, you know, commit? How deep does he go in the game itself? You know, is he still trying to showcase to other potential teams and orgs what he's capable of? So you'd imagine he's, you know, trying to give us everything he's got, maybe save his spots in the team. Must be tough when it's the IGL who knows his head on the block, though.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. I mean, right now, again, there's a lot of shuffles being made with Cloud9's
Exactly.
disbanding, so you have just no idea what's around that corner. For a team like PARIVISION, though, again, you're not sure about how much pull this roster has to get those big names. But yeah, that would be a massive change. Honestly, again, I kind of want to see Jerry work with this team. And I think, again, you know, while it has been a little bit hit or miss, time has kind of given them better and better results here. I think they can lean on.
This is not what I like this a lot. He's taking up the space that Jerry's just created for him, and now an exec into the B-bomb site. Really well-weighted round coming through here from PARIVISION. And Patsy puts the finishing touches on it as well. Of course, this wasn't eco from Endpoint. Carried a couple of rifles through into the round, but weren't able to get much done at all. Here's PARIVISION's pick. And, you know, Endpoint, they don't love Mirage, but they're pretty good at the map. It's not like it's a punish pick by any stretch of the imagination here against the Brits.
Yeah, not quite. But again, it is more of a strong suit here for the side of PARIVISION. And as I said, like, on their T sides compared to Ancient, like, this is where I think the unity in the T sides comes through a lot more. We saw that mid control in the last gun round, how it gave them 2 opening duels instantly. Wow, our Frost able to deal with Mighty Max, not a bad exit.
Did you see the reaction from Max there? Like, hands off the keyboard and mouse, like, okay, alright, that was snappy, that was quick.
Yeah, I mean, this is a guy that stands alongside, like Donk in, like, the big move-up phase last year, right? I mean, he had... I would just say he is a tier 1 opper, right? There's not a lot of question about him from what he proved, so... Again, like, this makes me feel like PARIVISION... It's why there might be those rumors and why there might be ideas to try and change things up is because I don't think necessarily just yet that they've gotten their full efficiency out of this whole squad yet.
Well, Cloud9 need an AWPer. We know that. We've been talking about that for a long time. Your AWPer's not Boomage, guys. It wasn't Hobbit. No.
What about... No. Oh, wait, no.
No, Axile neither.
Team anymore.
Yeah, it's just Axile and Boomage now. That's all they've got left.
Yeah.
Add Artfrost or give me a Monacy or... I'd even take a Zorte. Give me a Zorte from Betboom. Just give me someone who plays with the gun.
Spit. I like it. I like it. Wait, what is this little flash setup here got going on from our frost?
Yeah, peculiar. Okay. Oh, it's for ramp. Nice, yeah.
It's fast on that movement right there, but he doesn't know what's right around that corner. There's a lot of resistance that is slowly being broken down, and now Crucial finds himself stuck between a rock and a hard place, overexposed and completely leveled.
Yeah.
So that lot of resistance crumbles very fast.
Notice with Crucial there, he actually taps when he sees the shoulder of the player in Palace, and the problem with that is when the player swings him, he's basically now got to jump into spray control mode all of a sudden, so he's like trying to, you know, take the gunfight from the second bullet, which is obviously a lot less accurate than the first, and that means he's able to inflict damage, but Belchnok will come out with the kill. And PARIVISION got 5-1, looking very comfortable on this T side right now with how they're moving around the map.
And I feel like there's a lot of unity here in it as well. You got Art Frost setting his teammates up to get active out of A main. Yeah, I mean another big piece I think that has elevated this roster is adding Belchanok, who previously was X5. I just don't think that he was cutting it, and with the improvement that we've seen from this squad off the back of like him kind of getting removed and adding Belchanok, it feels like the roster's just started to hit a lot more opportunities. I mean, they started off 2024, I think, with like a 7 series loss streak, and all of them 0-2s. They lost to that Monty roster that was that had just lost SDY and Bro.
Yeah.
Bro had left that day, and they got smoked by Monty still.
That's a problem.
With 2 subs. Well, subs that ended up being long-term replacements, so they have certainly elevated their game since then.
Yeah, and now we're talking about making changes. Doesn't make sense. Either way, PARIVISION not changing up much. They're still going to head in towards the, say, bomb site. Patsy leads the charge. It is kind of just a half-eye eco, so not too much of a concern. And they have found the opening kills as well. Patsy, I wish I had the jumping accuracy you do. And that's going to be the A bomb site done and dusted. Save your M4s. 6-1.
You ever seen that that entry pathing before? You go straight to the jumping firebox.
I wouldn't say that was at the top of my list in terms of the pathing I take, but
we got a new route hitting the A site now that you got to
maybe with the Mac 10, man, but with an A1S. Patsy's 10 for 1, to be fair. He's
A1S has some impressive moving accuracy, so maybe it's the perfect gun for that job.
Yeah, for the noobs.
Yeah.
Are you a base Chad A4 user? X no? Or
no. Give me laser gun. Give me laser gun. Sometimes I do on Ancient, or rather Anubis, I really like the A4 because I spam all of my bullets through the mid smoke.
Gotta be careful with that. Either way, here we go. It is going to be a pause call by Endpoint. Makes sense. Give Coach Frog an opportunity to relay some thoughts. See what sort of a solution they come up with. The problem is, I feel like PARIVISION have done like 5 different things in the 7 rounds we've seen so far. So, what do you see? It's not like you can come up with a counter here as Endpoints. It's more just about focusing on your own game and your own defense instead of trying to counter what your opponents are doing.
Yeah, it does feel like it's like momentum-based calls. You can kind of bring in one call off the back of another and just let those rounds fly off. Which is what we've been seeing. A lot of conditioning towards middle at the beginning, and then now hitting a lot of those A sites. You wonder maybe next game plan is to make them feel like they need to stack that A side a little bit more, and then bam, all of a sudden you're entering into the B side. Right now back towards middle. 4 players looking to turn that corner. You got Art Frost ticking the molly. Taking a lot of damage for it, but there's some resistance to meet towards middle. It just doesn't stand for very long. Cirilla's on the board here with that. Able to find himself a second, but again, how it triggers that movement here from Mighty Max. Not a bad idea.
Yeah, really good. It's just about how far does he extend, and do they expect a Patsy up front?
Oh
that's
God.
so rough. And you can see the reaction. He's not a happy man, understandably so. Now it's all on Crucial to try and mount some sort of a defense here on the safe bomb site. And misses the first shot, forced back by the utility. And that's surely just got to be enough once again.
Walking a bomb plant right there. Very careful about it. Understandably so. You don't want to make any mistakes in this sort of situation, but possible to lose, really. Sajat and Crucial again just left to hold on to their guns, man. Sajat playing what I like to call his rotation strike right now.
Yeah. I mean,
The poor guy
just don't get to do a
the
whole
poor
lot.
guy's left last alive, trying to rotate into B every round.
Yeah. The life of the B anchor, man. It's got to be the most prevalent on Mirage, that's for sure. Shot Belchanok, my goodness, into the scope of Crucial and just dispatches of him, and they're hunting Sejot Eats. There's no way he stays alive yet. Oh, he's in the smoke. He's hoping and praying right now. The nade is going to expose him, though. Oh, PARIVISION. These guys are ruthless right now. 7-1, and that was a gun round as well.
It's the only way he's going down in these rounds here. Has been saving so often. But look at the trades right there. Look at the spacing coming through. Belchanok. It's instant. And again, what would have been is if Passy went down, do you think Mighty Max could multi-kill there? Probably not.
Yeah, I'd say
Right?
probably
I mean,
not. Yeah.
It's just really good from PARIVISION. This is something I've been desperately asking for. It's just some trade kills.
Yeah.
In these man advantage rounds, and they're delivering it, or they're just finding the entries to back it up. I mean, that's really good Counter-Strike being brought out here consistently.
And really good awareness as well for the potential of that threat, right? Not getting caught off guard, thinking, okay, we've left this control for a while. Someone could have crept forward. Jerry now just trying to maintain control in towards mid. Zuu actually will avoid the might of the nade. M4 recovered. Problem is, there's no one home on the B bomb site here for the CT side. Kicker's been able to get out of apartments, and so that should be enough here for them to lock it down. It's so awkward, man. You know what makes me think of when the smoke gets cleared like that? Have you seen those public toilets where you can actually, you know, you get the transparent walls that then become blocked out. They become colored when someone goes inside. Yeah, imagine you're just sitting there on the throne having a great time, you know, in the middle of your business, and those walls just turn off, and you're just like in the middle of New York or something, and you know, pants around the ankles kind of thing. You're just exposed to the whole world. That's what I think of when I see the smoke getting opened up like that.
I feel like there was some sort of like prank video that was put out where it was one-way glass, but it was initially like blacked out so that you thought it was safe, and then it turns into one-way glass, and it was that exact idea.
That's just not funny though, is it? That's like a prank where
cruel.
like it's so cruel.
Which like it
Imagine
is only one way. They can't see you, but you think that everyone can see you.
Oh my word, imagine you're in that bathroom thinking, yeah, I'm blocked out, no one can see me, but everybody is looking in on you right now. That's like nightmare fuel. Alright, well, that's probably why I'll never use one of those bathrooms. Would you actually use one of those bathrooms?
Yeah, at an art museum, there was the one-way glass that I went to.
That's
and it was
so brave.
Yeah, I did. Well, I was not a fan of it. I'll say that much.
Alright, well, Endpoint probably not a fan of what's going down here on Mirage so far. They have managed a single round. They've got an opening kill here as well that's gone untraded. That's worth celebrating.
Yeah, not bad. Kick things off. Wielding the double op there. Again, kind of feels like trying to patch things up a little bit once things have started off a little bit awkward, but figuring out that double op here could be good solutions and give yourself some stability here. Towards the end of this half, another leg shot landed. There's got to be HEs or wall bangs. That'll do as well. Azulu just sent one through the wall, connects on 2 shots right there. Again, there's always this reaction, which I really like from this PARIVISION side, but doesn't matter. Crucial again, covering all bases. It is the double op that is locking in this round with a little bit of help from Mighty Max.
Yeah, really important. I mean, for Endpoints, even if they do make it 4-8, how much faith do you have for them? Because I don't have a huge amount. You know, Mirage, one of the maps that's regarded as the most 50-50 at the moment. You look at their history, they do slightly favor the T side, but it's still around that 50% mark. So the maths doesn't really check out here for Endpoint. And to extend that point even further, PARIVISION massively favor the CT side. They've almost got 61% win rate on their CT side of Mirage. So yeah, Endpoint have their work cut out for them if they're going to make the comeback happen. But they have at least been able to add the first round to the tally that's required.
And I mean, again, it offers up a lot. Double op is removed though. We'll see that. Okay. Wow. Jerry got a shoulder, and look look at that. Zoo might have actually had a little tiny bit of vision right there on that shot as well. That is impressive stuff right there, rolling on out.
He's actually probably my
double
favorite
up
part
is-
of this team. Oh my, no
Oh my
ways!
goodness.
What? Art Frost, hello?
The
your
telescope
minimap
couldn't
or
give it
something?
up right there.
Well, we saw it on our side, that's for sure.
Yeah,
go
that
check his
molly
settings.
is pretty brutal. It shouldn't, at least in Go, it gave you a massive favor for the CT side to peek behind the molly. It was one of like the classic NA pug moves, is what everyone would do. You just throw the molly deep and peek behind it.
Wide swing.
Yeah.
Always a wide swing involved with the North Americans. Oh, Jerry! No, he doesn't actually wide swing. Does peek just quite slowly into the angle. Crucial takes him down. This is looking a whole lot better here from Endpoint right now.
They're playing really well coordinated here. That one a little bit awkward
That's a
though, and they
lapse.
have space on B right now. It's a 2v2. Rotations are on the scene, and a nasty adjustment needed for Belchenok to continue to win that here. And Kickert doesn't realize there's a flank already formulated. He doesn't realize
Beautiful.
he's already toast, and Endpoint will find themselves nice and comfy third round right there. So good pickup, and again, that stability that we said was needed, it might just come through.
Yeah, I really like the way that Seja plays that there after he gets the first kill, smokes the middle of the bomb site, flash over the top, and then just wide swings the opposite side of the site there. Good work coming through from him. Crucial's also really activated in these rounds that they've been winning with Yorp. I think he's got a multi-kill in both of them. Or was it just the one there? I'm not sure. Either way, impact being found. Rounds coming through. Yeah, like I was saying, I think it was Azu. He's probably my favorite part of this Endpoint roster. He's just youthful. He's exciting. You know, he's one of those guys who plays Fearless Counter-Strike. Because he's younger, he's kind of nerding out. He likes to find those cheeky angles and those lineups. We'll go down now. I put the wood on him, but I really like what I've seen from him, and I'm excited to watch him develop.
At least traded out there, but again, a little bit awkward on the positioning. At least, again, the responses, and Mighty Max is just locking this A site down. There's some energy inspired right there into the roster as he gives them a 3K. Saving that one big time. It will be an 8-4 half here. They get those 3 rounds in a row. They might be able to turn that momentum into their favor, but again, they're going to be hopping in right back into the tough T side that you can kind of find yourself up against. I mean, again, this PARIVISION squad, they do great work on this defensive half. They've got the pieces. I mean, they got a lot of exciting pieces here.
Yeah. At least Endpoint do the bare minimum by winning those last 3 rounds and a half to give themselves 4 to work with going into this T side, but it does still mean it's a must-win pistol, and oh, they're going to move with pace straight in towards A here. Jerry's footsteps might be heard. Looked like he's trying to bait those, though he's gone underneath Palace, but he doesn't have any support anywhere near him right now. He's going to go all the way back. It's quite smart from Jerry, basically faking as though there's a second player on the bomb site once he takes contact in CT, but how much does he even want to contest here? Might just give it up and play for the retake.
The retake feels a lot more doable here with the smoke and a kit. As long as that's not on the floor, you have opportunities. He's calling in for those CT side support as well. Everyone is rotating through
Oh
CT
my
spawn right
goodness.
now. This is going to be a head-on collision right now. A collision that favors neither one of them. It's the 3v3. It's dead even at the moment. There's going to be a kit recovered at the very least for Belchenok, but already repositioning and now taking control elsewhere. I like the idea. Constant motion here from Endpoint. One catches a stray. Mighty Max walks right into the bullet here, but they're still cut off in CT spawn. Quick headshot rolls out from Patsy that needed to come through as time's running low. A smoke on top of the bomb, and Art Frost has coverage and a kit. So PARIVISION, resilient in the pistol, able to overcome a tough round.
If you're the A anchor on the CT side, that is the perfect way to play the pistol round, just like Jerry does there. He fakes first of all that he goes underneath the balcony. That forced Endpoint to use their molly to clear underneath bulk. Might have been designed for that from the beginning, who knows. Molly goes there, has no effect. Jerry doesn't take any fights at all towards CT. He falls all the way back further than where you'd spawn, and then he tucks into the corner and he plays off of his teammates who take the first contact. So they deal with that threat pretty well, and then it's up to PARIVISION to make the move afterwards. You know, good attention to detail, getting the kit, getting the smoke, working together as a unit as well. I mean, it wasn't an easy pistol round, but they made it work nicely.
Yeah, and I want to give some credit right there. Jerry called in for 4 players to not rotate up cat, not rotate through jungle, all rotate through CT spawn. That was the plan. It makes you feel like if your endpoint and your next phase of that execute is to rush it down in towards the CT spawn side of things, well, we've got someone to meet you, and you've got long range duels up against a USP. So have fun with that.
True.
Right? Very smart reactions here. We got Art Frost on a glass cannon. We got no bonuses here at all because they're expecting this to be a full gun round, right? I mean, you get a bomb plant on pistol. That's what you would anticipate. So this is a bit of an interesting decision here from.
I like it though.
Endpoint.
I actually really like it because they're going to get a full gun round in that next round, and they're not taking the risk in the force buy. Sure, it gets them with the buy 1 round earlier than this option, but now it means they're going to have a contest with AKs. There'll be an AWP here on Crucial. There'll be full utility, and then we can really see what they're capable of on this T side. So I actually think that this was the correct call. It's not the standard, it's not the orthodox approach, but I think that this was a good time to just switch it up.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely think it's a good opportunity to set yourself up for full success in this first gun round. I like the idea. They don't have a lot of room to maneuver though with this scoreline, right? You don't have a lot of room for mistakes, so it really relies on you placing your faith in your gun rounds here. This is where it all matters. You set yourself up for this round here. Now you got to succeed with it.
Oh, absolutely. This round is everything now for the T side. Double nade in towards mid. Art Frost not too keen to play catch, just a bit of a tickle. And it's PARIVISION who have got control of mid right now. And they've got the opening frag as well. Not at all an ideal start. Kick is going to walk into Sejot. Oh, but actually, Azua's head takes his attention. I was kind of backing to kick it to get the kill on Sejot there.
Patsy's flanking right now. So
Wait,
John
what?
Is toast.
What in God's name is he doing here? How's he got here? Patsy, you animal.
Oh my god, 19 and 5 right now. He's really looking to put him to rest. Has the bomb in his control right now. Is creating enough chaos here. Smart move from Surreal to try and save that round. I think that play was super necessary. But it might just be that Patsy puts this round to rest all by his lonesome. It looks already that way here. If Crucial could get away with this op, that'd be nice. But there's 50 seconds for them to find you.
Oh, and he's, got his knife out. Belchenok actually just plays a little bit passively there, but that's okay. The kill will certainly come through. Just a matter of time, and there we go. You're right. Surreal does make the right play there, trying to push through and get ahead of the smoke grenade, because he knows if he gets locked out by the smoke, there's no way back in. Unfortunately for him, pretty much everybody's just losing their gunfights with Patsy at the moment. I can't believe he makes that play.
When you bring a knife to a gunfight right there.
True.
It's going to be tough, as you can see right there. He just about gets it out in time, but both of them just caught completely off guard. That wasn't a play that you'd ever anticipate. You probably want to demand a little bit of respect here if you're Endpoint, and that was not given to you at all by Patsy.
Yeah, it's a good point, and I think it's because it's the first gun round. Patsy's like, cool, we got rounds on the board here. I'm going to look to make a play. Right now, the play is being made in towards A. Jerry from behind triple will hold it down for 1. Patsy inflicts damage, and it's just 1 kill from him as well. You don't mind this as Endpoint because you've come into this with the pistols. Belchenok, how aggressive does he play? Thought he might drop down into sandwich, but no, it's a triple swing CT. Kickit finds that out the hard way. Art Frost is now going to be tentative to push forward, and it's advantage Endpoint here in the eco.
Dude, they did the flying V formation on that wide swing. That was perfect. I mean, just not a chance to even choose a target right there.
Oh, they're done?
How they peaked that one. Yeah, I mean, makes a lot of sense right there. Call it a save. Again, you've got room to work with, but a half by saving. Oh my goodness! Belchenok, take it easy. Oh man. But yeah, no, that was a pretty sick triple swing in towards spawn. Make sure that they don't line up, because I was a little concerned that would be their downfall. All is well there, Endpoint. Able to avoid giving over map point here to PARIVISION pretty early.
Yeah, you know, Patsy pushing through the smoke there, you gotta say, might be a bit of an overextension. You know he's feeling it at the moment, though. He's got the rush of blood to the head. It's understandable. And they're going to plug the gaps here on the CT side with an MP9 and a FAMAS. This is Endpoint's opportunity to get the ball rolling on the T side and keep themselves alive. They are only just alive as things stand. A faint pulse And look at this. PARIVISION continues to make moves in towards the top of middle. The flash is good. Belchanok and Patsy have been dispatched of. And that's just a wonderful way to start the round if you're Endpoint.
I mean, that's just full on catch him at the aggression. Jerry, you just got an impossible target. Look at Sajat. Have fun dealing with this angle. No.
Oh,
no,
brother.
no.
There ain't no way, though. Okay, but hold on.
Okay,
Who really benefits us? Oh, yeah.
Oh, he does have bomb potential. I mean, it depends on the timing here of how fast his execution rolls through. But Jerry, he's got to keep on moving forward.
He's heard the steps. But they're not ready for Sejot to come out of Palace. That's why Artfrost is just placed in CT right now. So Sejot should get this kill for free. It's all about the timing. Does Artfrost find one first? Jerry has got two now, and he's going to find them both, Jerry. He maximizes the opportunity back into a 3v3. Artfrost is now able to tuck himself in the cover. They're trying to find the frag on Jerry eventually. They'll cut him down, and now it's all on Artfrost. The damage is done, and it's a 1v2.
See if he can move forward here. Getting towards the back of triple box. He goes for the swing right there. Nicely done to secure that, though. Zulu and Surreal playing to swing off each other. And Endpoint remains safe despite Jerry's best efforts, despite a miraculous flank right there. They should have never formulated. They get saved in the late round here. Jerry actually buying over his teammate a scout. We're going to get maybe a little purchasing power here from PARIVISION, as this game's not over. You can't even see him. You got to have your left hand. There's an option now to switch.
That's true. If he was left-handed, he definitely would have spotted him. That's a good point. I wonder if there's actually a... I've never considered that because I just stay right-hand all the time. But if you're in a position like that...
I have a bind for my... it's spacebar. Every time I want to switch my gun hand, it's just I click space.
But why do you switch? Is it for a situation like that, or do you actually like swinging left-hand over right-hand sometimes?
If I peek certain angles, like if I peek side hall and vertigo, I use left hand. Because
that's fair enough.
Vision.
Yeah, fair enough. It would feel so uncomfortable for me to go back and forth between the two. But if it's something you're used to,
yeah, I mean it's a play that like okay, I'm gonna swing side at the start of the round here. I'm gonna switch to my left hand at the start of the round so that I know.
Damn.
Yeah, so that you don't have to do it middle of the round.
Do you ever do anything with your left hand in real life? Like brush your
no,
teeth,
not really.
Or right, or
not super dominant. I mean, the only thing I would say is dribble, but
you dribble with your left. Oh, right.
My
like
dominant hand is still my right as
in
well.
Basketball. I was thinking,
I do got a good left hand.
Yeah. All right. Fair enough. No, we're good. We're good. Artfrost, he has a scout. I mean, PARIVISION. It is an eco for them. 7-11 reads for a hell of a lot better than what was it? 11-4, I think.
Yeah. It's definitely a little fight back here coming through from Endpoint. And the way that they've been doing it feels very replicable as well. They've got some consistent execution power. They've got good mid protocols to take control. So, you know, I think that they can keep this up. They can keep this ball moving.
Yeah, for me, this is the round, though. This is the round they've got to win to actually kind of restore some belief and get me excited. Because if they lose this, it's almost back to square one. At least they've got money. At least, no matter what happens, if they lose a round, they'll be able to afford another buy.
Yeah, you're exactly right there. Have a little bit of runway still to work with. Not necessarily true for PARIVISION. They got to make sure that they can stop this comeback with a round like this right now. Even Kickard on the island as well. He's going to get challenged by multiple members here. Smoke and flashes are so incredible. Mighty Max giving him 3 flashes to run out middle right there. A little traffic jam in apartments could cost them though. And Kickard a quick headshot to dispatch. But of course a trade comes back and success will not linger. This just might be a save. I don't know if it's too early to call that though just yet. You still have a 3v3. There's still plenty of opportunities right now. Sajat might be a little over aggressive here.
What does he activate off of is the question. I mean, Jerry's watching. He's waiting for a push to come through while Artfrost also has a line. They're giving Patsy time to try and make his way up Catwalk. And I guess he was the difference maker, Sejot, for a moment. Oh, there we go. 2 quick kills come through. All of a sudden, they know that Crucial was the AWPer, but they're not going to go for him? I guess they don't have a kit. Oh, they don't have a kit, so they don't even have a chance. Even though they get those 2 kills so quickly, it's still the round over.
Oh. Very brutal call to make right there. At least, on your way out, everyone falls. If you're on the side of PARIVISION, but this has become a whole lot tougher than they thought here. I mean, this is really a second half being brought through here, and again, I love the setup. I mean, talk about a bit of a resurgence here. Surreal was on 0 kills for like the first 8 or 9 rounds. Got an exit kill in like the 10th, and then really couldn't do much in that first half. But getting a little bit of love here at the turn on this T side, and he has been delivering with a lot of opening duels. They're out A already here. They're looking to make this round quick, but they got to be careful here. Jerry sends one packing and puts a Zuu low.
Yeah, it is the Soul Rifle that's been dropped now, though, and it's difficult to recover. They're going to have to try and cross to get to that rifle. And it looks like Patsy's going to go all the way back around through CT. Makes sense. It's a really important piece of real estate. Surreal in towards mid. We'll get the kill on Belchanok. Nice angle, just crouching there at the back of the ramp means he's very difficult to spot as you do push forward. And Endpoint just nice and patient. Man, PARIVISION, they are stumbling towards the end here.
Yeah, that definitely is the case here, but you look at this setup, they're going to send Kickard into the fire. He's got 1, but too much to cover. The issue is Artfrost is still here as well. He's got a deep line, deep angle.
Yo, man, they're not heading in his direction, though,
They're
are
not
they?
raiding? There's utility, there's smokes, but yeah, straight in towards underpass and towards middle. Still looking like they could take a approach up cat.
No, they're
Not
faking out
necessarily
B and they're
sure.
going to
Yeah,
go
they're
A.
going to con.
I mean, Patsy, he has to go nuclear here because Artfrost is literally on the polar opposite side of the map. He needs 2 kills at a bare minimum. Azuu's low. That one should be for free. They're definitely going to expect 1 CT. Oh my god. I thought they're just going to straight up line up for Patsy. His eyes probably lit up, unfortunately. He's only good for the 1 and then bringing the 2nd down low. Not going to be enough to inspire or motivate Artfrost to have a crack at it. And that's another round for Endpoint. A 5th consecutive round coming through for them.
Oh my god, dude. I mean, again, the trading right there. Holding on out for Endpoint. Instant. It feels like that could have been a done round. Like you said with the lineup, but they're very sharp on these trades here. Communication on point as it needs to be in this comeback effort. And we got a 2-round ball game right now. This has completely turned the tides. PARIVISION don't know what hit them.
And they've tried a few different things on the defense. We've seen them look to get aggressive in towards mid. We've seen them play a more stable setup. Where do they go from here is the question. Okay, so couple rounds between these 2 teams. And for PARIVISION, you lose this one, it's going to be scoreline leveled up. Because you're not going to have any money in the next. So this is the round. You have to win if you want to keep distance between yourselves and Endpoint. Feels like they've just dropped off a bit of a cliff, in all honesty.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, again, Endpoint's playing a very systematic style here. Top of mid. Angles being taken, but blasted out of the server. Patsy on a solo mission towards middle. How many times have we seen that opening pick go wrong?
Yeah.
They keep on pressing that issue, and it's just been deleted.
I feel like it's just been overly aggressive from PARIVISION here in this round, and personally, when it's such an important round, I far prefer, you know, a percentage-based play. Not just like rolling the dice and gambling with your setup and trying to get aggressive. You know, Patsy pushing up mid there, playing around the smoke. Artfrost was holding a deep angle on lowers. He got taken down as well. I mean, the AWPer lost out a gunfight to the rifle, Mighty Max. Or Zuu, I can't remember who it was, but 2 early picks. And now, Endpoint are going to sell the fake towards B. It's the perfect call. This is a really good option. Even though Zuu will go down, his job is done. That A bomb site's completely open. And Endpoint will get themselves to double digits.
Okay, I was about to say, Beltron moves past that smoke bomb's gonna be dropped. They got a flanking crucial with the op. And whoop, into the wall. And another right there for good measure. Kicker. Unavailable for the trade, so now not only are you losing this round, but you're not saving much either. My god. I'm with you, right? I mean, even like past percentage plays, what is a plan B here for PARIVISION on the CT side? If you can't take aggressive mid control, well then what's next here on Mirage for you? Because it looks like they don't have that extra, you know, plan formulating. Because they just keep on running it down middle.
Yeah.
To their same fate. Over and over again.
Deploy those resources elsewhere, you know, give up mid control, just play it from top con, passively from cat, maybe get someone posted up in ladder room is always nice to just have some sort of control and info. And then you can make a play ramp, maybe a double play ramp, or get a player posted in palace, you can double push apartments. I mean, there's a few variations. You always got to be doing something on the CT side, you can't just sit flat passively waiting to get exec'd on, but it's almost just been mid aggression or bust from PARIVISION here. They're going to piece together a pretty good-looking buy. In fact, it's, yeah, full arsenal of weaponry. A bit light and neutral on a couple players, but they've lost 6 rounds in a row on the CT side. They have called for a pause here before this one, so let's see what the solution's going to be.
We'll see if there's any, you know, plan B here. So now we could be talking about a tie game and a little less resources towards middle. As we highlighted, could be big solution. They are getting aggressive towards A, but again, it feels like Jerry's putting that pressure on himself. Flash is avoided. The kill is confirmed right there. He does have support from the top of stairs. But now the smokes start to flow on through, and there's just a 1-for-1 trade right there. Jerry blasted, but a lot of information. It's forcing their hand, but they're losing players in the meantime on this defense. It's up to Artfrost to come up huge, and he's able to find 2. Does his very best, but it's still just a 2v2.
True, but it's one of the best positions PARIVISION have been in these past 7 rounds that have been played, and Belchenok will get a kill from CT. There we go, indeed. That's dropped to the bomb carrier. Oh, excuse me, actually, never mind. Crucial's got the C4. Either way. A 1 versus 2 here for the Dutch sniper, and he's getting swung on. This is very aggressive from the CT side. Exner, why are they taking all of these gunfights against the AWP? Even Jerry and Ramp, after he gets the first pick, there was more than enough time for him to fall back. He keeps pushing forward. These are worrying signs as far as I'm concerned.
He doesn't know when to quit right there. I mean, again, given that fight versus the AWP, but Kicker's confident in himself. I mean, he does have himself some good headshot percentage, so perfect angle to try and claim those. But again, Artfrost being a massive difference maker in this round. Finds 2 outside of triple. You certainly won't expect another. Or right back to the aggressive mid protocols here. No flash, no nothing for Patsy. Just a quick dismissal by Mighty Max right there. And a pretty easy fight for him to handle. Not a bad trade. Again, utility and more resources spent here. Mighty Max through connector already. This should have been heard or noted, but it doesn't look like they're registering that. And yeah, Jerry has no idea that Mighty Max has already made his move. 2 openings for him, and he's not low. Whoever said 1 HP to Artfrost is still very healthy.
But actually, the kill will come through anyway.
Wow.
Artfrost gets a headshot, it's going to be enough to lock in the frag. Belchenok's going to go for his USP as well. No, not like this. Crucial. How's he come away with the kill? That is ridiculous. And now it's a 1v3. It's only Kickit left remaining. They know exactly where he is. He's going to peek into a number of them. And he has gone down. PARIVISION are their own worst enemies right now. They've got nothing, Exner. They've got nothing to try and finish the job off in regulation.
My god. This is unbelievable. Some pretty fights being taken this round, I will say that much. Crisp, clean, 1 taps all around, as you can see.
Yeah, the crispiest and the cleanest that I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah. This
Probably not,
that
though.
feels like it's a massive breakdown here for this PARIVISION squad, and it feels like it's almost destined to be for Endpoint. They could just claim one more. Belchinok, oh, beautiful angle from Mighty Max. Makes Belchinok fully commit on that fight right there. There is no room for escape. There's no relief. If you want to hunt him down, you're gonna have to go wide like that, and that's a tough angle.
Oh,
Little
man,
reinforcements here towards B, but they're gonna just crunch in on this site.
Oh, this has overtime written all over it, although that's a good kill back from Artfrost. This is going to prompt the exec in towards the speed bomb site. Pickett has no idea which direction he should be looking in. He has got support from Patsy, though. Didn't look like he was really trusting Patsy, though, because he kept looking back towards Catwalk, and that's a problem. Should have been trusting his teammate. And now they have to retake with a Scout and a FAMAS. They have got a kip between them, but I don't see how they're going to bring this one together. It's going to require some remarkable heroics here from either one of these two players. Far from favorable weaponry, but they are looking to try and make a crack of it.
Oof. They're giving him some big swings here. I mean, with both players being low to the Scout, that could have been a lot more scary, but they've done it. I mean, mission accomplished, comeback complete. Now you just have to do it in overtime, which at this point, man, momentum favoring you. You've already found solutions in that first half, if you remember. I mean, 3 rounds in a row to close off that. You just got to keep up this strong T-side performance, and to be honest, Endpoint are in a good position to take this map.
Oh, yeah, you got to imagine where on earth is PARIVISION's mental at. They were leading 11-4. They needed just 2 more rounds, but Endpoint were able to win 8 in the space that PARIVISION won 1. That's a problem. And for me, it's the way that they were losing rounds as well, which is the real concern. A lot of over-peaking coming through from them. Even in the round they won, where they kept re-peaking Crucial. Just taking way too many unnecessary gunfights. Quite a few individual plays being made as well. You know, you couple that in with the rumors that are circulating at the moment about potential changes. It does kind of look like they aren't completely mentally checked in right now.
I mean, I think, again, you know, frustration for the squad with the experience that they have and the expectations that they're under. Talked to Jerry, I think, at one point post-game during this iteration, and he was talking, I think it was actually at the beginning of Thunderpick, where he was talking about how his expectations are that this squad is winning these events, and they haven't been meeting those expectations. So, like you said, I think frustration factors in big time when they're finding themselves struggling this much. And again, another effective trade here on this T side. Another 1-for-1 in which Patsy wants to send himself up middle.
Yeah.
Some form or fashion to take a duel. There's always been a reply here for Endpoint on this T side.
And he's the best player for PARIVISION. He's the guy you want staying alive the longest in the round, not taking your early fights and going down 1-for-1. I mean, has Patsy ever been alive for longer than like 30 seconds in any of these rounds on the CT side? It doesn't feel like it. Belchinok has got the second AWP on towards Catwalk. They're aware of his position as well. Rattled off a shot that doesn't connect. Looks like they know Kickett's also in snipers. Good shot from Surreal. That's going to earn them the man advantage. Belchinok, he eats that nade up, but Jerry's gotten a kill elsewhere, so at least the numbers remain level.
Quick reply. And it's... Oh, tough
yikes.
shot for Belchinok. It swung, and Artfrost missing 2 right there. It's a... Virus that's been caught right
back
now. The Oppers can't connect. And Mighty Max just catches Jerry on the rotation. It's going to cost them everything in this round.
That is such a good pivot coming through from Endpoint there, because they get the kill on Belchinok. Cat makes perfect sense. Let's just steamroll in towards the B-bomb site. Once they realize Artfrost is there as well, they're like, we want nothing to do with that. Max has also heard the rotation coming through from CT, so just calls his troops back in that direction. He finds the frag on this rotator, and Endpoints have got the lead. Endpoints have got the lead. Ring the church bells. Sound the alarms. I guess depends what perspective you're coming from, but this is the first time they've had the lead on the map. Oh man, and I mean, think about the missed shots as well, Exner. We saw, I mean, sure, it's not an easy shot for Belchenok, but when you're playing Cat, you've always got to expect that close swing to come through. You know it's not going to be easy, but you're ready for it. He misses that shot, and then Artfrost, I'd say, misses an easier shot. That shot from Broken Wall and the player swinging Cat, that's a fairly elementary shot for an AWPer. And those shots prove, those misses prove to be costly.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, those are the shots that you need to connect. And if you don't, it sets even more frustration in. You can imagine. That's going to be a connector smoke, maybe? Or window? Oh, it looks like window. Different lineup than I'm using, but it's probably a better one because I've been missing a lot lately, so I have to lock that one in.
I think it also blooms a bit quicker, which is nice.
Yeah. Gotta lock that one in. I like that. Going to have to again play a little bit more passive here. This is PARIVISION forced into an uncomfortable position, I feel like, playing this passive. They do not like this style of Counter-Strike, as we've seen. Willing to brute force their way through so many rounds, and finally, I think willing to concede more.
Yeah, it's the first time we've actually seen a massive variation in the setup from PARIVISION in this direction, where they're just playing far more passively. This is what I was calling for in regulation. Just cut out the mid-aggression. There'd been a lot of it. Now they've gone in the opposite direction. Gonna take the round as deep as they possibly can. It looks like Endpoints are going to try and split their way in towards A here. It's a good option for PARIVISION. 3 players scattered around the site itself. Mighty Max is looking for a timing, and he'll find it as well. Patsy in transition goes down. They know Artfrost is on the bomb site. They're not going to expect the third, but he's been spotted. Oh, Jerry, he is not having a good time. You can see the frustration. And that's another round over. Added up to Endpoint's tally. Once they plant the bomb.
Yeah. Well, I mean, at this point, if you lock in the bomb plant, it's worth sending all of your guns down the line. I mean, obviously you want to make sure that they don't get a sneaky defuse off. That's a big deal, but chasing down these kills once, like, the bomb timers tick down a little bit is going to have a massive implications here. And, well, that doesn't help at all. Surreal. Just dispatching with one quick headshot. Belchenok trapped the market, so now, again, everyone can turn their attention. There's a lot of money on Artfrost, though, so he's obviously going to buy an op. They bought a double up. I think someone's going to have something missing here in this this next round, whether it's a FAMAS or something like that. In overtime, Belchenok is spotted and blasted out of the round right there. The HE will do the trick. And we'll take a look here at the finances, because PARIVISION, not only have they lost their lead, they've lost control of this game here. It's out of control. It's spiraled.
Completely and utterly spiraled. They were leading 11-4 at one point. Since then, they've lost 12 rounds. They've won just one. This was the opening kill. Patsy not expecting someone to play the smoke fade. It's all too easy for Endpoint, and the problem is this was the adjustment from PARIVISION where they changed things up, but the result was still exactly the same. Okay, well, now Endpoint look to go for a more direct approach in towards the B bomb site. They found the opening kill, but Belchenok has responded. He's at least found a frag. That's kept them in apartments. In fact, it looks like it's done enough to completely force Endpoint back and reconsider the situation.
I mean, this is a bit atypical from what's been their winning formula. Is that, again, all spawn approach. They try their luck, and, well, with a lead that they've now manufactured, I kind of understand the reason. If you could just rush B and hit a free bomb site, like, think about how nice that would be. They don't necessarily get it for free here. They're going to have to work for it. They have to work for it pretty hard, because there's a lot of rotations close by here. 3 players leaning towards B at the moment. Jumping out there and towards the site. You get covered, and again, the numbers game here is just a little bit too much to bear. Jerry with the op, though, he does get overwhelmed, and Patsy goes down as well, so we're back into an equalized 2v2. Trying to figure out a way to plant this bomb. There's a whole other story, as Belchinok's making that job very difficult. Meanwhile, buying time for Art Frost to make his move. Not an adjustment. A tag with the op here. Crucial, a chance to win. As a reposition comes through from Art Frost, Crucial not recognizing it, but one Tech 9 shot rolls on through, and it's Endpoint sweeping the half there.
Okay, I'm saying it now. There's no way PARIVISION recover from the round they've just lost. That is such a tough pill to swallow. How have Endpoint won that? They execute into a bomb site that effectively has 3 players looking to lock it down. Belchinok boosted. There was another one Catwalk as well. Then you had Jerry with Yorp in Market. They had 3 players there, and Endpoint was still somehow able to come out on top of this round. Oh, the A1S, it betrays them twice, doesn't it? Because it runs out of ammo on both occasions there where they probably would have finished off the kill had they had an A4.
There you go. There you go with the propaganda of the A4.
Oh, well, I mean, it's selling itself, isn't it? Not propaganda if it's true.
Well, hey, man, PARIVISION have made it a good sell as well. I mean, it just couldn't quite land some free kills, it feels like. Just right in front of them, free kills. It is beyond frustration at this point. It's got to be just pure misery to play in the server right now for this squad.
Yeah, it is.
These sort of games are going to haunt you.
Endpoints are loving life, though. Look at their kills. Yeah. How does nobody on Endpoint have more than 20 frags? We played 27 rounds of Counter-Strike. In fact, one of them has a positive KD, the rest are negative.
I don't know. Was there a lot of save? I don't think there was a massive amount of saving. There was a little bit of saving in that second half from PARIVISION, rather. I mean, they were playing Rotate Strike as well. And that first half went pretty poorly for them, so I think, you know, that having a rough CT side can do that to you. Oh my goodness! Kicker just releases some frustration right there with that headshot. Okay. And well, they're back on T side, saying, "Get me on T side," because this is it's where they thrived in regulation. This round already feels like it's over.
Yeah, welcome back to the server, lads. I mean, it is overtime. MR3 12.5k means normally you don't have to consider a save, but I guess this round's just so far gone. Just call it a day. Max can at least get an A. Yeah, never mind. Does Surreal get a ninja defuse here? Here's my question. I feel like that would be the best possible end to the game right now. Oh, come on, mate. How are you not attempting that? He doesn't have a smoke, I guess, so it's unfortunate. Would have been fun, though.
Terrorists win. Ooh. Get out of there. Nicely done. All good. I'll be able to hold on to that op. I think the op is like the most crucial. Not to make a pun there. No pun intended, but it's the most important to save on that CT side because it can become costly having to constantly reinvest into that in OT. But again, all you need is one here at this point for Endpoint. And I feel like the identification of how to win some defensive rounds was kind of discovered towards the tail end here. So John not making that same mistake. Though, won't give Kicker the free headshot. Not the free headshot, the very difficult to land headshot.
Yeah, nothing free about that. He had to forcefully take that with some impressive skill. Either way, Endpoints have 2 more chances to finish off their opponent's map pick, while PARIVISION need to win these next 2 to force another set of overtime. Again, leaning in towards the B bomb site heavily here. Everyone just waiting outside of apartments, giving Patsy spacing towards mid, along with Jerry. And Sejot's focus actually is towards mid right now, so nobody directly watching this B bomb site.
I mean, this is definitely some bold calls here. Looking to offer up some support, but there's the 2 lurking members already taken down. The site is going to be claimed. We're talking a retake on the B side. Even a 5v3, it could be more challenging than you might anticipate. As we can see, a quick tag right there, making Picker's life a little bit miserable. And they've already scaled up towards cat there. Sajat offers up a big one. Kicker just can't tank enough shots right now. He doesn't have a lot of health. 1 HP left standing. Art Frost might have it all to do. He is just left last man versus 4, and he can't do much more right there. Taken down Endpoint. They complete the mission. They complete the comeback. Down 11-4. They win it 16-13.
That's insane. You know what? I need to hear what Vincent thinks about that because I can't believe what we just witnessed. What a crazy comeback from Endpoint. Vincent, the mic is yours.
And now we'll be hopping on in to the action for the second map. And again, this is going to be a battle here. PARIVISION, you know, not only do they have to break the deadlock when it comes down to trying to fight back into the series, but also their loss streak recently as well. So there's a couple kind of fights that PARIVISION are going on right now with themselves, it feels like.
Are we going to see another invited team eliminated in the first round of the playoffs? Let's find out exactly what Ancients has in store for us. Pistol round live. Endpoint looking to get themselves in towards a safe bomb site. That smoke from Belchenok definitely not going to keep them at bay. He's burning alive, but he's fragging in the process. That is such a Chad way to get your kills. Patsy unfortunately can't uphold his end of the bargain. He's been forced back through the smoke. It's looking very uncomfortable for Endpoint who want to force these gunfights. They really want to force these gunfights. They're on top of Patsy in the smoke. This is not how the pistol rounds normally play out, ladies and gents.
Wild stuff out of the gates here. Mighty Mac's gonna get blasted as well, and well, that's 3 for 3 on pistols here for the PARIVISION squad. Get up to consistent in that department. Belchenok, like you said, that is just a Chad-like way to fight right there. Inside the molly. Doesn't care. Just hanks it on in. Secures his team. You know, successful position. And we'll see out of the gates a fancy start here, as well as Patsy, who's able to play off the back of that. 2 players that you definitely want confident. 2 players that were confident last game and didn't necessarily lead to the victory, but again, you know, you get a nice 50-minute breather in between these maps here.
Yeah, true. Certainly got to reset, and no problem here in the anti-eco at all, cleaning up all 5 players with ease. Means they are going to have a bit of a bonus round here to play with. A few MP9s carried through. Art Frost says, I want nothing to do with mine. He upgrades to the AWP. This is where Endpoints are going to look to get themselves on the board already, using one of their tactical pauses here just to discuss the approach coming into this gun round. Now, we know Ancient has been a stronghold for Endpoint. They look very good pretty much throughout the... Oh, Surreal, hope you're not too tired there, mate. Still a series ahead. We caught that yawn in 4cam. But like I was saying, Endpoint looked great from the second half onwards of Mirage. And we know they've got a very strong Ancient as well. So let's see if the numbers all add up here. Or can PARIVISION recover between maps? Tall order.
Absolutely. It is a good start here. Again, winning a pistol, getting that dominant of anti-eco. It's like again, a nice little refresher. Those ancient CT sides can be very scary. Because this is a map that I think more than Mirage you can get rewarded for constantly pressing the issue. But
yeah,
even
you
still,
kind of have to.
Yeah, right. It's a necessity almost. So they'll try it. They'll give it a go, and already working wonders for them here. Collapsing in on this default here and completely leveled out. Another flawless round in the same fashion in which it went right for them last time. Back-to-back dominating rounds.
They've upgraded their MP9s to rifles as well. Okay, PARIVISION. Looking a whole lot better here. Looking like the team we saw in the first half of Mirage. They were leading 8-1 at one point. And as you say, you get really heavily rewarded for your regression on the CT side. It's kind of something you have to be comfortable doing on this map in particular. You know, collapsing towards ramp, collapsing towards speedway. It was a really nice timing. It wasn't something they did at the start of the round. They allowed the T's to get settled and made life very difficult for them afterwards.
Yeah, absolutely. This is a very impressive start here out of the gates. Utility being tossed on out here already, and again, Belchenok trying to hold his own against the same position in which he did such good work in the past, but Patsy now left in charge, and again, low HP bars capitalized on. Another full house between the two. 4K for Patsy off of some massive damage from Belchenok, and these rounds have been flying by, and they've been pretty easy for PARIVISION. I think only, what is it?
Two kills.
Casualties so far? Yeah.
Yeah.
2 deaths, both on Belchenok anchoring that A side. One was to the Molotov, and one was to, obviously, that last round Tech 9.
That's a concern. They're going to have to up those numbers. Those are rookie numbers. Let's see if Endpoint can inflict a bit more damage here. What's the approach going to be? Looks like they're trying to get through the smoke towards the doors. They've done that successfully. Patsy's trying to apply pressure. The Molly's actually been extinguished by the smoke. Means Patsy can get work done from that position. Another opening kill going PARIVISION's way. In the meantime, Endpoint going to try and get in towards A, but Artfrost is on the angle with an AWP. They decide against smoking it. They try to take contact, and boy, have they found it.
Oh my goodness. Still 1 kill, or 0 kills in this round. Oh my god.
Max is alone, like, yeah,
What?
this is great.
What was said in between these breaks for them to win defensive rounds?
That's a good question. Maybe it's all about the setup, Exner. Just let Endpoint get super far ahead of themselves and then bring them back down.
Yeah, they want to go for the crushing defeat there. I want to let this linger. I mean, that's bizarre. Endpoint are chasing these rounds very fast. I mean, again, we're 5 rounds deep here, and we've been in the server for about 6 or so minutes. About to be the start of the 6th round. It's just a matter of time. Still only 2 kills. Another slow start for Endpoint, which again, it's not the end of the world because they've already proven that they can do it. But, I mean, all the tools at the disposal here of PARIVISION. 4 AKs and an AWP, money in the bank to lean on here. I mean, it's going to require some serious work to get back-to-back comeback efforts, and you never want to constantly pressure yourself.
Yeah, it's not a situation that you want to be in. It's far less than ideal. As is the situation we're in right now. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. Nice.
Running the numbers. What do the numbers mean, Mason?
What do they mean? Is that a Call of Duty reference?
Yeah, it is indeed Black Ops 1, baby. You got
Brought me back a little bit there.
Just like a flashback, like X is like, please
Whoa,
no.
what was that, HE?
Physics.
How did it bounce like that? Bizarre, man. Bizarre bounce back here. Oh, got 2 flanks. A kicker's so quick on those headshots as well. You don't get a lot of time to react once he's firing away.
Mate,
oh, there's something.
You gotta be thinking PARIVISION are just in the back of their minds right now. Like, could we not have just finished off Mirage and then started off on Ancients in this fashion? Like, a 2-0 would just have been around the corner.
Give me 3 maps. Give me all the rounds.
You're gonna get them all, mate. You're gonna get every map and maybe all the rounds as well. Be careful what you wish for, actually.
I'm careful. You know,
I know what I
again,
asked for.
at the last end of last game, I was just thinking to myself, I was like, wow, this is gonna be over within 30 minutes. That's kind of a shock because both of these teams have, you know, on both sides of the half have been willing to just kind of meet early, as we can see from the action so far, right? It's very clear that both these teams like to get scrappy, get fighting quickly, and I was like, you know what, this one's gonna be a pretty quick map. And of course, we saw what happened.
Yeah, and if anybody
it was still
didn't
surprisingly
see,
quick for the overtime affair, but
true. If anyone didn't see, it was PARIVISION who started out the blocks very similarly to what they have here on Ancient. They were up 8-1 on Mirage. They then went up 11-4 after that on their CT side of their map pick, and they lost the map in overtime 16-13. So we have seen PARIVISION start well already. Can they keep it up this time?
we've seen the best mental fortitude and the worst mental fortitude all in one series.
Yeah, true. That's a good point.
This bounce back is pretty impressive. I wouldn't blame PARIVISION for being dejected. But no, I mean, they come into this second map all the stronger on their opponent's map pick as well. A map that we've kind of hinted at that definitely has some strengths. Like, there's no question that Jerry's a good caller on this map. And that this map, in theory, should work. for this team. But they've yet to prove it in the numbers game here, so they're starting to flip that script here. Belchenok, I mean, he's got a really nasty chance here.
Patsy's got another opening frag. Belchenok is just out in the open. He's just man-moding this A bomb site right now, bobbing and weaving back and forth. Eventually, he gets cut down. Still a man advantage in play for the CT side as they rotate thick and fast in towards the A bomb site. Jerry, maybe a little bit ahead of his teammates there, will pay the price. Crucial's the one with the bomb in his back. He's still trying to control middle. This is the most competitive position Endpoints have been in yet.
A post plant. And the first time we've seen multiple casualties in a round for PARIVISION. So how do they do up against some adversity here? Utility's looking good. Not quite gonna throw that smoke though. Maybe saving it for the bomb, I feel like. That's actually a really smart last second decision making right there coming through. And the smoke does go on top of the bomb. That's gonna provide coverage. A lot of players still available to shoot through the smoke as well. Keep them safe here. Surreal looking to try and find it, but it's a fake, and they've already baited out one player there. It's now just left to Surreal. Just a clinical retake right there, offered up by PARIVISION.
Yeah, I mean, Pat's 14. Pat, wait, what? He's 14-0? Can we check this guy's computer? He's just standing out in the open there for the retake as well. He's saying, guys, just all you need to worry about, you defuse the bomb. I'll do the rest. That's all I need from you. Just punch in the digits. Here we go. Watch him operate here in the post plant, man.
Oh, that was a nice shot as well from Frost.
Yeah, quick one indeed.
14-0, 6-0 for Kicker, 5-0 for Frost. And Belchenok, the only two sacrificing their life for these rounds. And Kicker gonna add another one to the tally, man. Oh my god, what is happening in this game? This is unbelievable. Patsy finally. What felt like immortal, but now finally dropped only to just be caught in the back right there. Not quite completing the meal. Left a few scraps there, and it gets flashed off the line. But still able to recover his vision in time. That's some nasty work right there from Belchenok.
And he wants more. Going for more here as well. Oh my goodness. He just runs out of ammo. A4, he gets the kill. They're just going to add a third kill to the tally of for A4 enjoyers. Either way, there's no way Endpoint win this. Look how low these guys are. Two of them have got around 20 points of health right now. Jerry's going to continue to aggress through the smoke. He goes. They're not playing by the normal book right now. Surreal's good for a kill, but he just gets traded straight out afterwards. This feels like a suffocation. PARIVISION are just choking Endpoint out of the server after they choked on Mirage.
Reverse.
The reverse, the Uno reverse choke card. There we go.
Whoa.
We've got a couple switches on the server here, X.
You know, and again, it makes a lot of sense here. Patsy, like, comparatively to the CT side that he performed with last time, it wasn't, like, sad. It wasn't a bad CT side. It was just a lot of one-for-ones. It was a lot of good trades from Endpoint that nullified all of Patsy's moves. If he ever wanted to get aggressive, he was getting instantly traded at the best, and at the worst, he was getting picked off, right? Now, he's constantly finding these opening advantages and staying alive to facilitate in the late round as well. So, you know, clear distinction from the CT side of Ancient versus the CT side of Mirage.
Yeah. You can just see how comfortable they are on the CT side right now, and you actually made a really good point about Jerry and how much he enjoys Ancients. It was a very strong map when he was back on Falls 22 towards the most of 23 as well. Jerry's team have, for the most part, always been Ancients enjoyers. You can see that playing out right here, right now. Endpoint, it's time to buck up, brothers. You've got to win this round here. I know you've just got pistols, but they're running out of runway. And they need something to work with going into their CT side, man.
Mighty Max delivering. That's good as well. Belchenok. He's going to get hunted in Donut. Not quite making the move through the smoke, though. And, oh, that's just a cheeky move right there. Disrupts the setup by tossing an HE and finding an equalizer. No. No shot. You're making this move here. Oh, Surreal can't believe his eyes.
No, not at all.
That is infuriating.
Belchenok is a gamer, though. He continues to just make moves on the CT side. He's so comfortable with finding gaps and capitalizing on them.
And Crucial's next on the chopping block as well. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Thank you very much.
And a nice little A-lurk for Sajat. Guys, I've got A.
Yeah. Problem is, no C4. And this was an opening kill for Endpoint as well. Mighty Max opened up in Jaguar. And that's about it.
I mean, there's something that you mentioned when you're playing with this sort of advantage. Oh my god. Hold on a second. Do we have something more from... Oh no, there's only 50 seconds. Not enough time. They're just going to save the op, not bad, but... as I was saying, when you're playing with these sort of advantages, when you're operating with such a massive lead, I mean, realistically, you can take those risks. I mean, that risk was a little bit wild, I can't lie. But outside of that, it makes a little bit of sense.
Yeah, you definitely get an extension on your leash when you're leading 8-0, 9-0. You get some liberty to make a few plays. And we're seeing PARIVISION taking full advantage of that. 9-0. What a blistering run here we've had on Ancient so far from the Russians. Salvaging their campaign, I suppose. It's definitely going to give them a big boost of confidence. I don't remember the last time I saw such a massive turnaround between maps, though.
Yeah. Definitely feeling like we're getting a little bit of whiplash. There's Belchinok. HE again for the smoke. This guy is a real deal CS2 player from what we've seen these last couple of rounds. And playing around another smoke right there. Just a little simple adjustment. Almost cost him his life, but he's got the headshot quicker. The AK proven to be very effective in his hands, and Art Frost will has to concede the site, but Belchinok's already in Donut, containing this crucial bit of space right now. Very important map control to have up against the T side.
Alright, well, another potentially winnable situation for Endpoint. They've been few and far between so far, but now they're down by 2 players. Mighty Max tries to make a play. Azumu can't find his first kill yet. Sejot gets a trade, but there's so much more where that came from. And that is round over. PARIVISION go up 10-0. And we've only been here for like 8 minutes. Feels like, at least.
Yeah, I mean, we've already choked through all the Endpoint pauses. So that at least is a minute and a half. Right? But the rounds that have been playing out have been just so quickly dismissed by PARIVISION. It doesn't feel like it's been long at all. And I mean, you're definitely right. This could have been over in 2, but if you're playing this well on Ancient, I don't know if you'll be scared of a third map. I don't know if you'll be scared of a Vertigo. If this continues,
no.
If you can keep on inspiring this sort of performance out of Patsy, if his opening plays keep going this well.
And they're going to continue to
been
make
second
plays here
half,
as
so-
well. Yeah, that's true. They've been a second half team in the series so far, but there wouldn't be much of a second half for them to play with here. But they've got a man advantage. It's the first time I've said this in the half. They have a man advantage, but they're pushing into a few players in towards mid. Belchinok, he's been the gamer on the CT side so far, and he's looking to affect the situation again, and he will. 2 kills coming through from him, and he's brought it back in contention for PARIVISION.
Arfrost has coverage for Cave as well, so trying to make your move out without a smoke is gonna be lethal, unless a little bit of space is granted here. Arfrost on a retreat. And a back turned. Interestingly enough, he's going to cover off middle bump. Going to be planted. Now that's going to bring his attention on back. Maybe. There you go. Well, already conceding some deep positions right now. And I think Surreal's in a round-winning spot.
Yeah, not easy at all here. PARIVISION taking a long time to even get in position to try and attempt this retake. Crucials posted up in cave. Artfrost is taking so long. He's hoping that the AWP's attention will be in the different direction, and he's indeed correct on that front. The problem is he's lost his teammates. Now he's just going to have to jump on the bomb and doesn't even have enough time to make that happen. So Surreal will lock in the round here for his team. Endpoints are on the board. Oh man, okay. Finally, they've broken the streak.
There you go. You aren't getting any 13-0s today. I will say, I kind of wanted to see Artfrost just smoke and diffuse if possible, even if there was, like, definitely not enough time, because last round of half coming up, and they've like got max money on almost everybody.
That's a really good point. I mean, it felt like there were like 8 seconds left when he decided to turn and save, so...
Yeah. It could have just been completely nullified, but I think, like, 1% chance is better than 0. As, I mean, another man advantage situation right there. Laying on the edge of the smoke there. Patsy, he's back turned. Jumping on top of the box, so... The success might not feel like it's lingering for long there. His coverage goes through a great Molotov. It allows Patsy to fight from different directions. He's already rotating in, but our process the initial coverage. You don't want to walk into his angles. He has been just so consistently good at landing these easy shots here. And even some difficult ones, but a real strong suit as he just catches these fights. As Patsy does as well. Collapsing in. Just one more kill to find. And again, if you're walking into Art Frost, it's going to be tough to make him miss. A 10 KD for him at the end of the half right there. 4.5 for Patsy. You don't see those numbers every day.
Yeah, you know what other numbers you don't see every day? Across the board, Endpoints have got 18 kills, if my maths was correct, which, just, you know, adding an asterisk there, it might have been 19. Either way, Patsy has 18 frags as well, so he pretty much equates the entirety of Endpoints in the fragging departments at the end of the first half, which is just ridiculous. 11-1. It was a very uninspiring T-side from Endpoint, though. They were always, you know, behind in the numbers, never really in any advantageous situations in terms of map control, never forced any fake rotations or anything like that. It was just PARIVISION throughout, dominating across the board. Endpoint got another comeback in them.
I mean, if this is the way they want to do it, it would be one of the more impressive 2-0s I've seen here, but Jerry, I think, not so interested in letting that slide. To be able to late operate here as the collapse comes through towards A. Might want to let your teammates take that first prong of approach. Azu's back's turn now. Jerry slides on by. But this is a bit awkward. They've traded places.
Wait, where's... Yeah, how are they going to go about this? There's really no way. It's actually impossible. They've called it a day. Because they know they're barely going to have anything to work with in the next round where they're forced by anyway. At least for Crucial and Sajot, this just allows them the $350 upgrade to head armor, assuming their Kevlar doesn't take any damage. My goodness. This is just... I think this is the most dominant performance I've seen in CS2 so far. I don't think I've seen a 13-0, but this is as close as it gets. And talking about games I've cast.
Yeah, I mean, Vince and I were casting Collegiate, where sometimes you can see, like, there are, like, level 4 players, level 5 players versus, like, ECL NA players.
Yeah, that's not fun.
We didn't get, I don't think we got a 13-1 in that series.
That's quite insane, actually.
Yeah, but I mean, again, it was more like the other team was like getting picked because they were disrespecting the opponents, kind of trolling a little bit.
Fair enough.
You know, PARIVISION have been playing a sharp game of CS where their protocols have been nailed down, and they're making sure that this time around here, Endpoint are not going to have a chance to pull anything back. And well, that was necessary last time, so it's necessary this time again. I will say for sure.
Oh,
but
mate.
maybe,
Is this for
maybe.
real? Is this really the round
so
in
back?
which they're able to make it work? They're so back, baby. Endpoints are back.
Give me all the rounds.
Yeah, you did ask for it earlier on, so let's see if Endpoint can provide. Can they put the goods on the table? Haven't been able to recover any of the weapons they've dropped just yet. They are going to try to. Azua should be able to get one. And they've got the pieces on the correct side of the map right now. Do Endpoint 3 players towards that B bomb site. And that's exactly where PARIVISION are going to finish off.
To avoid the stacks here, but walking right into it instead, and well, there you go, Mighty Max with the Eagle. He might just be saving the day there with 2 quick headshots, and he does. Makes it 3 in the round. 3 1-digs. But only 2 now on the board. Endpoint, but a little bit of life inspired into this squad now. Oh my god. That
Just
is
flexing on
insane.
these kids, are you, Max? Yeah, I see you. It's just such a jarring performance from Endpoint right now. I mean, a map that historically is by far and wide their best. They've won it 5 times in a row. Outside of that, they've won it 12 out of 14 times. Quite a few heavy wins in that list as well, beating Sampi 13-8, Mausen XT 13-6, Alternates Attacks 13-6, Sinners 13-5, Eyeballers 13-7. I guess this is just one of those anomalies, right? It does happen.
Like this look right now. I don't see a lot of communications coming through from Jerry at the moment. But I think one of the important things when runs start to go wrong is to slow it down a little bit. It's not something we did see from Endpoint in that first half, right? They just kept on that high-paced counter-strike that was super willing for PARIVISION to catch every round, so getting a little execute action in the mix. Maybe bomb plant as well? No. Nicely done from Crucial to deny that. That's big time.
You're right. Endpoints have felt like their foot was sleeping on the gas. No brake pads, no such thing as last. I guess they will come last on the map, but those were some lyrics. Just dropping some bars. That's the classic Forever song that has like all the old school rappers. You know, Drake, Lil Wayne, Eminem, Kanye, all featuring on a track together. That's crazy. That's insane. The heat.
You've been keeping up the
Not really.
Drake versus Kendrick
not really.
stuff?
No, I mean just from a distance, but really not that invested in it. I tend to mostly stray away from things that get everybody's attention because I'm just like, this is a bit silly that it's getting so much attention, so I go in the opposite direction. I don't know, man.
Fair enough.
And yourself, have you been enjoying it? Are you a Drake and Kendrick deep enjoyer? Yeah. I feel like everybody's team Kendrick, right? Is that the general consensus?
Yeah, that's the vibe. That's the vibe.
Yeah. Unless you're Launders, right?
Unless you're Launders. Or
But
from
that's just
Toronto,
totally
or maybe
hipster.
even Canadian. But
Yeah. Might be a bit of bias in there. I don't know.
True. Yeah. And you know what? I've always been a Kendrick fan, so I have a little bit of bias myself that you got to recognize. But he's still cooking Drake, so you know, is what it is.
I mean, what more is there to like about the guy?
Man from Toronto, that's what they call him.
12-4. Endpoint, I mean, we're just kind of watching this, expecting them to lose a round here eventually, and with that, the map, right?
You think they pull this thing back, man?
There's no way. It's literally impossible. Don't worry.
Oh
It's
my
not happening.
god.
No, it's
Wow.
actually impossible.
Okay. Giggert heard you and said, I got you. No,
Yeah,
no
watch
curses
this.
here.
Such a dominant performance from PARIVISION. Like I said, imagine they'd cleaned up on Mirage as we were expecting them to when they were leading 11-4. That's the craziest part, is they even won the gun round to start off the second half. Normally that's the lock-in.
Yeah, the Tech 9 execute
man.
on A was what brought them back and saved them, really, from
Yeah,
the
true.
point side. But like you said, this might just be literally impossible here. I'm avoiding the op scope. I mean, everyone's avoiding the op scope perfectly. All he can attempt is a wild wall bang to connect here. And this one, it might just be cooked here for Endpoint. We might be hopping into a third map there. Jerry looking to confirm it. Surreal last man standing, clothesline by Belchenok. And while it was a lot faster than our last map here, we still have Vincent on the sidelines ready to break things down.
Well, I'm going to keep it a buck. There is...
Head saying let's go. So let's jump into Vertigo, the third and final map.
Here we are. birdie to finish it off. Again, keeping it classy here in the decider. I like this. I do like a good vertigo.
Oh, you do? I was gonna say, I'm still,
Still not sold.
rattled at the decision. The fact that Overpass, my beloved Overpass, was removed and not this vertigo. Either way, no time to dwell on that point because PARIVISION are forcing the issue. Straight up ramp they go. Kick it finds an opening kill. Patsy continues to lead the charge. Good clearance of the corner. Mighty Max has been dropped. The bomb site's been taken.
Gosh.
And PARIVISION, they've just picked up here on...
Oh,
Years? Not for long. Yeah. I mean, they picked up here on Vertigo where they left off on Ancients.
Yeah, another pistol to start things off. I think,
Have Endpoint won a
I
pistol?
don't think so. I was just about to say, did they win the second half of Ancient? I can't remember. Because they had a little small comeback.
No, they didn't.
But they didn't win the pistol with it, you're right, yeah.
They're 0 and 5.
My god. That
Probably
doesn't
what
help.
we can attribute the slow starts to.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, 100%. Getting off to a pretty miserable kickoff in just about every map. Losing both pistols and still hanging on into the series is always nice, but you know, you want to get a couple of those. Those are big in this environment here. Those are big in MR12.
Something I do want to ponder is... Oh, no, that's... is that the nerf that's kind of reduced its effective range? Is that maybe the little nerf that came in there? I feel like we've been wrong.
Maybe. Maybe. It could be.
Something I do want to ponder, though, is we have seen teams come together and have that honeymoon period where things go really well from the beginning, and then there is a bit of a drop-off period before they continue to make progress. We could see something happen here with Endpoint like that, right? Because they have started really well since the inception of this roster, adding Sijart and Crucial. They've taken like ducks to water, but they are going to run into some hurdles and roadblocks, and it's looking like this game might be one of them.
Yeah, I mean, something that you rightly mentioned here is that Surreal's been performing really well, and you don't know how replicable that is. This is a team that's gone through a lot of changes in the last 15 days, so... The fact that, you know, we do see some of these slow kickoffs and the pistols maybe not be perfect, maybe attribute that to the newness and nature of this roster here. But hey, on this first gun round, a man advantage. Ozuwu being able to manufacture that. Jerry getting a little bit of a glimpse of Surreal. Surreal, I don't know if he even got vision right there, just absolutely levels him through the smoke. Mid-fight here, a lot on the line for Mighty Max to hold his own. A lot of pressure all over the map here, and no fights won, but damage just consistently being output. And that HE was going to track him. Oh!
Oh, talk about tracking him. Mighty Max through the smoke there will take down Belchenok, turns this into a one-dimensional hit in towards the B bomb site. Patsy looking to try and carve a way through here, and himself and Kick It. In fact, it's only Kick It, the one-man army. Double kill on the entry, will get cut down straight afterwards, means Patsy has to clutch. Full health for him. Good timing on the swing. That was so beautifully constructed there by Patsy, and he's down to the 1v1 Azu. Looking to try and make his way up the flank here right now, creeping his way forward on the stairs, but Patsy has the timing on the peak, connects on the spray, and robs Endpoint of the round.
Oh, that's tough right there from Patsy, man. A nice little 1v2 to kick things off. Yeah, I mean, you can see a smile on his face as well as that one rolls on through. And while it does start off strong, I mean, again, PARIVISION having a couple of opening picks. The depth of Patsy really showing through right now, man. This guy, as I said, like, there's so many different redemption stories here for all these players. I always talk about how Art Frost watched his teammates win, you know, a prestigious event there in Kato as soon as he's off the roster. But, you know, no shame in losing to Shiro in your scene, but it's still a little bit sad to see that he's not a part of that winning formula.
Of course.
And, you know, for Patsy, obviously, Liquid is one of those teams where spent a lot of time on it and didn't really field much success here.
Yeah.
Chance
and there's
it's got to be a little bit frustrating.
There's another one here as well. You know, Kick It, another player who also received the cold shoulder from his previous team. You know, it looked like in fours, they kind of lost belief in Jerry. So you're right, that's a redemption arc and a redemption story for a bunch of these players. I actually saw it very similar to the Aurora project. You know, think about Norway and Kenzie. They were cut from fours, and they were able to actually do really well from the beginning of that project. You had like Celta, who came from the VP Prodigy team, I think. You know, Latic, you know, didn't really get much love from his former team. Lackey came from Intropic. So it just seems like these guys are really good at forming teams from, you know, kind of scraps of other projects and then making it work really well.
Yeah, I mean, that's one thing that they definitely do have in the scene is a lot of experience. So kind of mixing that talent tier into new projects is it's always fun to watch, whether it like flourishes or crashes and burns. And at the beginning stages of this year, it was crashing and burning for PARIVISION. They've been able to course correct big time, but
yeah,
again,
I mean, I was going to say, it is just a tell of how strong the region is, how many teams they've got coming through from the CIS region in general, from Russia as well. I mean, they've actually got 22 teams on the Russian regional ranking right now. That's insane.
That's pretty impressive. And I mean, a lot of those are contending for like top of tier 2, and then obviously some tier 1 rosters in the mix.
All right. Endpoint going to have to make a mark here. They've got the rifles, they've got the AWP. Need to get themselves on the board. Already been denied by one Patsy clutch.
Wow, what a swing right there. Zulu firing down range, man. I mean, big name to take, big target down. Patsy eliminated from the round. So if you're a Zulu, at least you can breathe a little bit easier knowing that he's out. He's not going to be as much of a problem factor any longer. Jeez.
Oh, they know they know that Max is here. They've been able to force him backwards at least. So PARIVISION have secured full control of ramp. Whether they use it or not is still yet to be seen. But they know they forced Endpoint back into the bomb site. They're going to continue to use crowd control util here. Force Endpoint even further back. This is just really good ticking of the boxes right now from PARIVISION.
I mean, again, flushing them back into the deeper lines of the site. And then now they're going to be able to execute, get those left and right smokes down. And there's not going to be a lot of fear of them playing forward in these smokes. There's that utility rolling on out. A lot of it. Jerry's getting forward. Looking for an opportunity here. Oh my god, crucial. Yeah, I mean, so eventually gains vision right there. Jerry not able to register. Bomb is solo mission on towards B, though. They've sold the fake hook, line, sinker. And this is not the first time we're going to talk about PARIVISION in a 4v2.
Yeah, but kick it once more, and it makes sense. He's looking to try and get a kill before he commits to the bomb plant. He's also buying time for Artfrost to rotate. Those footsteps going to be heard now, so kick it's going to punch in the digits. 4 versus 2. Endpoints have to win this retake. There's literally no two ways about it. They've got a smoke, they've got flashes, they've got everything they need, bruv. They've got a kit as well, and Kickits and Artfrost are going to get aggressive. This is a really ballsy decision. They're going to force the fights here, and they get the first one to Surreal. Yeah, he's frozen. He might have crashed, you know. Artfrost has to play the 1 versus 3 alone now. He can try and use Kickit's position to trade. That is so brutal. You could see the moment that Kickit disconnected. He just froze. Oh, you hate to see it, man. You really do.
Yeah, I wonder what happened. Because he was able to land that kill, and then bam, as soon as he found it, he tabbed out. I mean,
can you imagine the frustration?
Oh, yeah. And honestly, let's see this. Look. Right there. Just gone. I don't know. That's really bizarre. Wonder what happened there. But yeah, it is frustration factor, and I think PARIVISION, what they've kind of struggled with a lot is some of that frustration. As we saw from that first map. So trying to wipe your memory clean, chop that one up to, hey, we did our best right there to pull that one back, and due to some awkward circumstances, some unfortunate situations, we couldn't quite make it happen. But imagine if we were there.
And part of being a model professional is being able to reset after those situations. We've already seen PARIVISION reset massively in the series between the first and the second map. So no doubt they'll be able to just put that little mishap behind them out of their control. Patsy looking to push through the smoke off the back of a flash. Problem is, he's clearing deep towards sandbags, doesn't even notice a Zuu in front of him. First blood drawn by Endpoint, and they'll maintain their position and their controls. So this time PARIVISION have been forced back from ramp. What is the response? What do they fall back on from here?
What?
Oh, that's an unfortunate miss there in terms of not getting the kill.
Yeah, nicely done from Crucial, though. Able to walk away with his life, still being able to support here. Now we'll take a look at this mid fight up next here. And head-to-head is... Belchenok has had a bit of a tough time in making his lurks work super successfully. It's real. Just want to give it a go. I mean, everyone collapsing in on this position here. And a quick 1-for-1 trade when you're in a 4v, or rather 5v3 is so valuable. So way to group up right there. Some information gathered though. So again, we're in another 4v2 and we're in another situation where maybe PARIVISION can take the site control and start to talk about another post plant.
Yeah, they've done really well in these disadvantageous situations to still try and keep themselves in contention in the round. Gonna bait the utility out with a fake plant there. Good use of the fake, but the problem is he's been sprayed down through the smoke. There's just 10 seconds left. No time for Jerry. He's being peppered down as well. He's gonna look to try and inflict damage. Oh my goodness, he's still navigating his way through the smokes, but that was, yeah, doomed to fail. And Endpoint, well, they're giving us something to talk about now. They weren't able to do this on Ancient. They weren't able to pull PARIVISION back once they got their momentum. This time they have, though. They've strung consecutive rounds together, and they've broken the CT side economy. So, well, the T side economy got flipped by the HUD right now, but either way, looking good for Endpoint. Looking better, at least, I'd say.
Yeah, I'm going to keep my attention turned towards this A fight here between Patsy and Azuwu. And long term, how that goes. That's going to be a big deal in the series here. Who's going to be winning that out consistently? As Azuwu, again, able to hold the line and deal with multiple members here. A lockdown defender. Causing some struggles here for PARIVISION.
Yeah, for sure. Good to see, actually. I mean, Azuwu, he's got 7 kills here. He struggled on Ancient, but he's started off much better here on Vertigo. And it's good to see when a younger player is also able to just keep his head after a very rough map.
Let's see if that tide continues to turn here. Back to another gun round. Trying to stabilize a little bit. See that war wage on ramp for sure.
Oh yeah, round in, round out. It is the lifeblood of Vertigo, to be fair. And Crucial, again, will open up. Okay, Endpoints have found a number of opening kills, and they've been converting them as well, which was the problem on Ancient. They get an opening kill, and then it just go completely unconverted.
So well versed on this B side. Lets his teammate go down in the meantime, but is able to quickly trade it out right there. It isn't allowing Sajat to escape. And so, well, it did look good in the beginning stages here in terms of the opening duels. It has soured out just a tad. And Azuwu now, not only does he have to kind of worry about his control towards middle, but maybe just getting called over to gamble towards B. Doesn't seem like they think that's super necessary anymore. And PARIVISION have a small window of opportunity that is slowly closing right in front of them. Execute on in towards this site. It's going to be an elevator smoke to a quick attack. This is the only bit of utility that they have here. There's a molly that they can pick up. It can help out big time, and that's what they'll throw in towards emo position. But Azuwu's already got this lineup here to deny the bomb plant. That's not the typical bomb plant, though.
Yeah. Okay, well, let's see if PARIVISION can now lock it down in the post plant. They've done well to bring it back into an even numbers round. Crucial looking to try and find a frag before they commence the retake, and he does get peeked on by Kickit, so it's a good kill coming through, and another second frag found as well. It's only Patsy left to try and deny Endpoint. He's done it before, but surely not again. Very good approach from Endpoint, just all three players peeking together, making sure there's no way for Patsy to find individual gunfights, and Endpoint have successfully leveled up the scoreline.
Strong on this defense right there. Really confident retake. Good mid-round repositions here overall. I mean, Crucial getting activated with his op as well. That's good signs. You can see some of the shots that were needed here to answer back. Some really sharp shooting from Art Frost. Just unavailable to play in the post plant right there, which is a big deal. You got to have an op in that post plant helping out.
Yeah, I mean, it was a good attention to detail from Kickit because he knew that the bomb planter was tucked in the corner, so he was just patiently waiting for that inevitable swing. Alright, well, PARIVISION, it's a half buy from them. They've got a few hero rifles in the mix. I mean, they've got two players who have gone all in, which is kind of against the normal approach. Normally it would just be one. Surreal's got a really good timing on the peak there. It's actually such an awful angle for the team because you kind of get boosted straight into it, and you can't do much about it when you're jumping on top of your teammate's head.
I mean, a little bit of love given to Sajat to work this B site there, not alone. Surreal has his backup. They play off each other very well. B site feels on lock. The A ramp fights feel very successful, and the only thing left is middle, and you can see what Belchinox had a lot of tough times trying to make his way out towards middle. So flawless round defensively for Endpoint as they take the lead. And at that point, you know, you start to wonder, what is our next best option here? What is the next best place that we can kind of lean in on? And I don't have a great answer here for PARIVISION. I mean, again, Kicker can be at some points in this team on Vertigo. He could be such an excellent kind of B extremity player that can open things up for you, but hasn't been necessarily working to full effect here. And those A fights no longer favoring Patsy anymore.
I think that PARIVISION are just, they need to tone down the early gunfights that they're taking because they've been losing the first pick in the round consistently now in the first like 15-20 seconds. But again, they're going to try and get themselves in towards ramp. They're keeping up with the traditional approach here. Patsy takes a tick to the molly. Jerry's naded. He's going to lose his life again. It's the opening kill in the early stages of the round for the CT side. Azuru won't be able to get back though. I really like Kickit's initiative, and he's going to continue to charge his way forward. Does he have support? Does he need support? There we go. Now he's got teammates who have arrived on the scene. The molly will come through. Max is roasting alive, and things can slow down from PARIVISION. They don't have to keep up with the pace anymore.
Yeah, I mean, Kicker taking some serious initiative right there. No longer being that extremity player. He's part of this A play right now. But a double up inside hall. Head-on collision right there, but the trade at least 1-for-1. There's still a player tucked in towards Cubby, but Kicker's clearing it all right now. He's clearing them out. He's clearing house, and Art Frost to seal it on in there and pick up his reward, his prize of an AWP right there. But I mean, a key game changer right there. Kicker actually being available on that A side play, and he kind of changes the tides right there. He's the one that is able to take enough contact, not showing any fear in these fights, and a big difference maker in that round. Especially when Patsy goes down, right? I mean, key player already taken care of. Look at this, Mighty Max. Getting aggressive. Belchinock, he's been picked off in this position before.
Yeah, PARIVISION just pumped the brakes a little bit coming into this round. I want to try and break that CT side economy, which they will, for the most part, do if they can win this round. Of course, last round is coming up next. Oh, Azuru, he is not afraid of taking these fights, and this is a position where you can't fall back either. It's probably why he's calling for Crucial to come through and support him. Himself and Patsy looking at each other, separated by a smoke grenade, which will now fade. A gunfight will break out. AK reigns supreme. At least Crucial will trade, but he has to take so much damage to fall back through the molly.
Rashawn back there, Jerry taking some massive flak as well. Sticking around on this A side play. Meanwhile, the bomb is turning its attention towards B. That's where the finish is going to be. Art Frost fading away. Jerry still trying to cause distraction. With the left and right smokes down, but they're not budging a lot. They're still very committed. Mighty Max. Still very committed here. His kicker has lurked his way very successfully out towards the site, but look who's in the back line. Sajat! Oh no,
yeah,
I missed opportunity.
hands.
Belchenok able to completely spin on him.
Oh, the turn and burn, you hate to see it. And it looks like Endpoint will have to accept their fate. They're going to have to carry the AWP and M4 through. No point in attempting the retake when they're as low as they are. But Belchenok, he's got other plans. He wants to hunt them down. Wants to deny them saving the guns they have. Oh, that's so rough. It actually looked like for a second, I caught Serjot's player cam, and it looked like he was adjusting his microphone or scratching his face or something like that with his mouse hand. And then he did get, you know, his hand back on the mouse in time, but maybe the mouse is in a slightly off position because his aim just didn't look great there in that gunfight at all. So I think that did just affect him slightly. Didn't look very comfortable in that gunfight. And PARIVISION have regained the lead.
Man. That is a brutal exit right there. For a pretty resistant half, and you're right. Yeah, look at his hand. Kind of lifted up a little bit.
And then his head in his hands
Yeah.
afterwards. Oh, man.
Oh. Again. Oh my god. I mean, to be fair,
Great shot.
free kill for sure. He had no room for error. Where usually in that position, you know, you can get away with a cheeky nose scratch here or there. That's unbelievable from Belchenok. Insane mechanics right there offered up to save them any sort of worry in that round. But they're going to look, again, head-on collision towards this B fight here. They know people are around that corner, and they want to fight with that. They want to tussle with that, and then Jerry able to trade.
Oof.
Still one more. Art Frost is the only one available around that corner. He trusts himself with the op, and he connects for good reason. Patsy still waiting and is able to catch his Zuwu, and Mighty Max. Crucial. They're separated here. Now out in the open. That's a big trade back, though.
Looks like a bit of a mistake there. Patsy switches to his knife just as the smoke is fading. Art Frost misses out on a vital opportunity to trade. You can see the frustration there as he knifes the roof. What's the timing like for Belchenok? He's been able to cross the bridge. Is there going to be an audio cue, though, as he drops off? Crucial. Yeah, good job. Silently drops off means Crucial has no idea, but he still suspects something might be amiss.
Could maybe, if he's in time here, get that angle. That's a very slim margin for error, but... wow.
Nice smoke.
Beautiful smoke there from Art Frost. Not going to be respected, but Belchenok still in a very forward angle. It's going to be hard to deal with.
Ooh.
On the edge. Art Frost, he catches a barrel, though. He spotted him out. Now he's going to repost here. He's going aggressive in these duels here. This is insane from Art Frost, but it's allowing for his rifler to step up! A no-scope out of Crucial. Art Frost is still using his sidearm. And he falls there. Crucial somehow pulls off a miraculous 1v2.
Yeah, that's insane. I mean, Art Frost was doing everything he could to bait for his teammate, trying to take as much attention away from him as possible. And he does a pretty damn good job of it. The problem is that, yeah, the second kill comes through there. Oh, great work from Crucial. Up close shotgun AWPing, no scope connected, and the quick scope afterwards. He's got the full range of skills. And that means we have a leveled up scoreline going into the second half.
Yeah, I mean, a bit of a frustrating exit again, heading into the second half as well. It's, you know, again, you saw that Art Frost a little bit annoyed that he missed out on a couple of op shots, and then think about how that round ends. At the end of the day, not only are you missing op shots, but then the Deagle 1v2, just you can't connect the necessary shots, and I mean, Crucial punishing beautifully on that setup. See if they can turn it around again, as that has been a big factor in this head-to-head, but a boost setup there to open things up. And Jerry's not relenting here, continues to fight forward. They've got the 5v3 though, so with that they can start to fall back or just continue to go in. And you know what? That does the trick as well.
Yeah,
as long as
I
everyone's
was
on
right
the same
there with
page.
you. True, that's a good point. I mean, there's not really any right or wrong option in that situation. You just got to make sure that the team is all on the same page. Most teams fall back after they get the first two picks and say, okay, boys, job done. Let's lock in our profits. We don't want to round trip our bags here. But Yeah, they just continue to get more and more done. PARIVISION regain the lead off the back of a pistol. That means Endpoint are 0-6, and there's no more to be played. They did not win a single pistol round this match, man.
Hey man, that'll make this, if there is any resistance, incredibly impressive. But, we'll see. That is the case here. It's the CT side just looking to envelop. We saw how quickly things can go wrong for the T side here of, you know, of Endpoint throughout that last map. It was a good T side, to be fair, during the first map of Mirage. It was a great T side even to come back, but and Ancient it has you scratching your head, wondering if they've been able to nail down all their protocols and been able to give you all the details. We'll see. First gun round rolling out here up against, not a big bonus here, only kicker it with the SMG.
Yeah, but still punishable. I mean, Jerry with a FAMAS as well. No one ever celebrates having a FAMAS.
No. Exactly right.
Let's see if Endpoint can make it happen. They've got the weaponry advantage. They've got a decent amount of utility in reserve as well. What is the plan going to be? Taking their time. They know how important this round is. They recognize the magnitude of just making sure they keep PARIVISION within reach. Losing this gun round would be quite the opposite of that.
Utility might have ticked on a Mighty Max right there, but still the collapse doesn't work. As I had hoped right there. Answers coming through. A quick 2 for 0 trade there, Patsy. And Jerry falling victim to it. And now they're going to continue their efforts. The 2-man advantage. These are rounds that you need to capitalize on if you're Endpoint, when you've been given these big opportunities. But they're walking into a gamble stack right now. I wonder if they've heard that amount of ticks, if they're interested in repositioning, but a full firing range through the wall. Do the trick instead. Kicker?
Oh my.
Plus his whole team. Oh my, it's
wow.
elimination that they win the round by.
Yeah. Yeah, good work coming through from Endpoint. Not wasting any time, not taking any prisoners either. Good awareness there as they clear out the bomb site. I like the util usage there as well to craft their way forward. And it does mean that they bring PARIVISION within a round. And I think the CTs are actually going to eco here. I mean, they only get $1,900 if they lose the round, but it is one of those rare situations where it'll still be enough for the CTs to buy afterwards. So it's not like a double save is on the cards here. Who are you backing to win from here, X? Now, I want you to stick your neck out there, man.
That's a tough ask, man. I've been, obviously, I think PARIVISION should be closing this one out. That's a big should, though. Because, I mean, again, at any given moment, I think both of these teams can just break down a little bit. And it's been very momentum-based. Very momentum-based. So, I don't know. It's a tough ask.
Yeah, you're right. Both teams have proven to be incredibly volatile. So... But looks like we actually have a stack on the B bomb site right now. The util usage is very good. Means Patsy's already been forced out in the open. They've taken him down. They're still going to commit forward, but it's okay because their util continues to be on point. Mollies and flashes looking really good. So PARIVISION, they would have been licking their lips thinking, all right, we're actually stacked up on the correct side of the map right now. But unfortunately, not able to accomplish much at all. In fact, shouldn't even get a kill.
That's right. Oh, goodness gracious. Jerry. Managed to make something happen right there. Gets around the corner. Able to deliver a single. But nothing that Endpoint can't shake off here as we get back into the gun rounds. That's exactly what they do. I mean, that's a pretty deadly BA set execute. You do that on a gun round here, it's going to make you feel like if you're PARIVISION, you're going to need to fight forward. You're going to be needing to take that control. True. Because that exec was... I mean, there was no safe place to stand, really.
Like 3 or 4 mollies all active at the same time there. You're right, there's no room to maneuver either way. Endpoints have maneuvered their way up ramp very aggressively. Jerry's been able to take down the Zulu, but he will be mollied out into the open. He's been forced out, but there's no one there to actually catch him as he transitions across, so PARIVISION will actually lock in that opening kill.
That'll help out a lot right there again. I mean, been highlighting the Patsy via Zulu, but now Jerry being a part of the defense on the ramp side, it's also going to have to deal with this player that, even though his KD ain't the best, has had a lot of impactful moments in this map that have given Endpoint some grace. Here's that B execute I was talking about again. Probably not to the same efficiency here, but a lot of Molotovs where they need to be. And look at that. Look at the way that they're able to open up that round on the B side right there. A quick trade back, but Belchinok has just been so sharp. His aim is looking crisp. Art Frost joins the fray as well. That's a no-scope straight through the smoke on a Sajat. What a defense coming through. As soon as things might look to turn in Endpoint's favor, PARIVISION shut the door.
Yeah, they lock it down very nicely on that B bomb site. Good rotations from them as well. After taking the initial fight towards ramp, they realize where the rest of the round is going to play out. I mean, the mollies look good. It was an opening kill from Crucial as well, but it was these shots from Belchinok that just pretty much locked in the round for his team. And then Artfrost with some beautiful highlight kills to finish it off. No scope through the smoke. Why not?
That's pretty. That is very pretty right there from Artfrost. Looking good with the AWP. Belchinok as well, locking down that ramp when Kicker finally falls. Full team effort here so far for PARIVISION to maintain the lead at the moment. It's required of everybody. We've got 4 players on this ramp side. This is a massive setup right now. And this is well read here. I mean, quickly transitioning in towards B is going to be massive. Kicker just needs to buy some time. And it's already somewhat disrupting that execute here.
Yeah. And you can see the pieces are shifting on the minimap as well. Belchinok is going to get closer towards that B bomb site. Kickett's going to fight forward as you've suggested. He's going to have to here. He catches a glimpse of the players dumping the utility, but he was seen as well. Sejot inadvertently sees Kickett in that forward spot. Belchinok will be able to get a kill, but traded straight out. The utility now locks the CTs out of the site itself. I don't even know if they're going to attempt this. Certainly not with Jerry having gone down in Endpoint.
Oh my God.
Wait, what? I don't think Patsy got the memo there.
Didn't get the calm. I don't know. Yeah, there was some frustration sinking in. He just wanted to go all in. Wanted to save the day. Wanted to be the hero. Artfrost might be dead as well. Back's turned. He's not going to turn in time. Freebie for Sajat. A massive relief in that. That's what I'm talking about right there. I don't think you can afford to play back up against this team. Kicker is a very strong B anchor on Vertigo. I don't think anyone without a smoke is able to play that properly. When there's 5 mollies that are landing all over. Look at the site. It's engulfed in flames.
Yeah.
Where are you supposed to play right there as an anchor? I don't have a good answer, to be honest.
And we've also seen that they know exactly how to utilize their util to its maximum efficiency. They're holding angles where they know players are going to be forced into. Obviously, as you should, you've got to be aware of what you've sort of created in the bomb site, where the gaps might be, where players might look to try and settle themselves. And that also just comes down to repetitions. It comes down to executing on that B bomb site 100 times and then figuring out, okay, you know, more often than not, this is the response to the exec. And then you've got a better idea of how to clear out the sites as you make your way forward. Either way, PARIVISION, they're on an eco. They have got an opening kill here, though. And they've picked up an AK. Problem is, they've misread the situation, and you can't really blame them. What they're thinking is, we've gotten a kill all the way at the bottom of the stairs. Endpoints are going to go A here. They have to go A because we killed their B lurker, but Endpoint, they're one step ahead.
Yeah, this is, I mean, again, I think if you're Endpoint as well, reclaim that space, but also throw one of those classic execs that you got. Oh no, they're going to take a contact approach here. Even more on the money. Belchinok going to get caught by this mid lurk. He's down. And this is soon going to kind of pop into the brains Where exactly are they? Answer all on the flank, and
Found him.
Crucial has that covered.
Yeah, Vertigo is one of those maps where you can just hear all the footsteps as well. So a lot of info would have come through there. And PARIVISION don't even really want to feed the beast. It's not like they've got much to save. Patsy and Artfrost don't even have armor. But Endpoint will regain the lead. This is certainly the most closely contested map we've had so far. And you're thinking, but Hayes, Mirage was a 13-11. Yeah, but the thing is, that was a way more momentum-based game. Whereas this is like back and forth. Within the half, we've got back and forth rounds being won here between the two teams. Neither team really able to pull ahead at any given moment either. This actually just smacks of overtime, you know?
Yeah, it's I'm smelling it from here. A little bit of OT action here, if I know a thing or two. I've seen a thing or two, so I feel like I know a thing or two. But hey, Jerry going for that big investment here. Wasn't able to save that AK either, which is a massive deal. That's going to put a hurting on him. Prioritizes that utility. Instead, we've got the lead for Endpoint. And we've got a great opportunity here for this squad to try and put this one to rest.
Yeah, because
They've got it
does
in
Jerry have
their
a gun?
sails. He's got a CZ.
But is there a gun on the floor for him? It doesn't look like it.
I don't think so.
So Endpoints have a pretty good opportunity. If they win this 11-9, PARIVISION have to then either play for overtime or force buy. This is a really good shot here for Endpoint to pull ahead and seriously put pressure on PARIVISION, put them on the back foot here.
Here's one of those reactions that I said was necessary though for Endpoint. PARIVISION, they need to be taking B control. At this point, you can't let another execute like what we've seen so far. Roll on out, so they actually had a Belchanok and Kickert supporting to take some space. The issue with that though is PARIVISION also have to concede some of the resources towards ramp, and again Endpoint really calling up a storm right now. Mighty Max having some great reads here and quickly exploding on in towards A where it's understaffed. Jerry still able to hold the line. Patsy able to adjust as well. Jerry another one with that CZ. An opportunity ahead. But it's just a Zulu now left.
Oh man, it was looking so uncomfortable for PARIVISION towards that A bomb site. Patsy didn't know which direction to look at. He didn't really want to trust the CZ on the bomb site itself. The timing could have been really rough there for him, but surprisingly, Endpoint don't really get much done on the entry. I mean, how does the CZ get 2 kills there? That is insane.
I mean,
great work between Patsy and Jerry.
That's what I was going to say. I was like, a little push and pull of contact taken between those two players right there. You know, Jerry, first point of contact, finding a quick kill, followed up by Patsy taking next, and then Jerry swinging off the back of that. That is some good motion between those two. Saving them. A really trialing round there with the CZ, though, of all the weapons.
Yeah, the one we highlighted for being the potential weakness, weak link in the chain, but evidently not. Either way, let's see. Scoreline leveled up again, double digits across the board. No money really for either team to speak of, so this is going to be one of those swing rounds. Whoever wins this should get themselves to series points. That's a really big offer. And Patsy's boosted. It hasn't been directly cleared, which means he'll get the opening kill for free.
I mean, I think there was a moment where they turned their attention there, and then once you don't see anything, attention turned away. I mean, it's so often a position that people are clearing nowadays. You don't get away with that often, but throwing that out in a round like this is so incredibly huge right there. A little gimmick to give you an opening duel, and an opening duel into a player that's been pretty efficient in those first kills. A Zulu down, a nade that touches down, doing so much damage right there. About 130 converted on that one. That's gonna be so much easier to chew through here, but they're losing numbers there and some 2 quick entries. Mighty Max looking to save the day, and he just might.
Yeah, not even done after his 2 entries. He's been able to add a third to that tally as well. It's only Artfrost and Kickert left remaining, but very low HP for the 3 remaining players here on the T side, so it's not going to be an easy post plant at all. How do PARIVISION try and make their way forward? They don't have a kit between these players. They don't have utility either, Exner. So I wonder if it's even in the back of their minds to maybe go for the save. However, that kill certainly will spur them on. Okay, well, that makes life easier as well. Crucial. Looking for an angle. They're taking so long, though, and they've left themselves too much to do. That's going to be enough to send Artfrost packing as Endpoint get themselves to 11.
What an excellent save right there. I mean, Mighty Mac's a very clear difference maker. Not only has he been calling up a storm in this T side, but also just delivering in the fragging department in an all-important round. 3 kills in a man deficit. Turning the tides right there. Belcher not going to be wishing he had that play back. And for Jerry, doesn't even get much of a chance to react. 3 headshots on entry. Changed from a 4v5 to a 2v3 in their favor.
Yeah, that's quite remarkable, man.
Absolutely. By example right there. When his team is facing adversity, able to step up to the plate, just seal that one on in.
Alright, well, let's see what's going to happen here. Because PARIVISION do keep the orphan play, they've decided to buy up around it. Oh my goodness, Artfrost with the Deagle is going to inflict damage. Crucial has been taken down. Everybody is tagged. Where's the health going? It's all disappearing. Patsy was on top of someone. He's leapt around the corner. But Endpoints are walking wounded right now. Yeah, that's a very good question. A question I can't answer.
That is surreal. I mean, I cannot believe it there. And Artfrost whips out the AWP once again into full effect. But Mighty Mac still hanging around this corner. Again, needs to be the point of resistance. Needs to be the point of contact that can save them. But 2 rounds in a row, it's just too tall of a task. It has to be someone else. It is surreal, and it's Sajat left standing. Sajat's been a huge difference maker in this map so far. They're up against the challenge, and he does land the headshot, but he's blasted. Sajat just enough vision, a chance to entry on into the site.
I mean, Kickit even knew where the gunfire was going to come through from, but he still isn't able to make anything of it. Jerry, though, has done so much damage to Surreal. You've got to just accept your fate now. Call it a day. Sejot wants to save, but Jerry denies. He hunts him down. That's remarkable. PARIVISION have gone up and won the round, and with that, they level the scoreline 11 apiece. That is quite insane. Look at the money for the T side. They're going to force buy. They're going all in. Back-to-back forces, because they know even if they eco, they won't have much in the next round. Are PARIVISION about to rob this at the death?
Oh, it's nightmare fuel. It's nightmare fuel if Endpoint lose this. But Tech9 saved them on that first map. It's what started that big comeback effort. Mighty Max feels like he has an idea. He feels like he has a read here. But one more collapse on in to this A side here. Head-on collision. The Tech9's looking to overwhelm, and the trades not favoring the T side whatsoever. No. Patsy looking to change the tides. And that's exactly what he does with bomb in his palm of his hands. Still, Kicker gets caught. Over-aggressing right there. And Sajat says no. I mean, you can see shaking his head, making sure that they can't pass. And now trying to lock in just a couple extra kills here. Just try and avoid giving over series point to the squad. He snuck his way into an elevator. He's going to have a back turned. I mean, there's an opportunity to save this one. He could be the difference maker. Once again, a side turned right there. Belchinok doesn't know what hit him.
Goodness. He's actually got the health advantage. Patsy's on 55 health. I can't believe the timing, but Sejot's got it anyway. He saved the day with the clutch. How on earth has he managed that for his team? A 1v3, you can see Patsy is fuming, and rightfully so. Endpoints have got themselves to map and series point. How?
Oh my god, no. And he's stone cold about it.
Stone cold.
A massive win. Monumental
Patsy's
from
fuming.
Sajat. And Patsy, pure frustration. Sajat, a slight smirk for him. I mean, more than anything, a sigh of relief. Not even a smile. Yeah. Not even a smile as that clutch rolls on through. And my god, man, if PARIVISION have showed us anything here, it's that the frustration, when it sinks in, it feels like it's too late.
I'm wondering who, I'm not sure who the second to last player was that was killed there by Sejot. But
Just
why is he
Belchenok.
leaving the bomb? Because I think that's what Patsy's so frustrated by, is that why is he walking away from the bomb site? They should be just sticking together and forcing a 2 versus 1, but they've given up the fights. And now PARIVISION have to do it with pistols and SMGs.
I mean, if
My
you're Passy,
goodness.
there's a lot more to be frustrated about. Why is Kicker charging in a 1v3 like that with the bomb down? I mean, there's so many question marks on that round. You're just watching it fall to pieces. And somehow fall into the hands of Sajat. What an incredible clutch right there rolling through.
I mean, that wins them the game if they're able to win this round, because otherwise they would have been fighting for overtime with barely any weapons to work with. We flipped the script though. It's PARIVISION who have to now try and get it done with forced up guns. Can Sejot just continue to ride that wave of momentum here into the last round of regulation? The last round of the series. Potentially, at least. Or can PARIVISION do it, Exner? Do they have it in them to get this into overtime?
Oh, look at this deep angle right now. Sajat waiting for his chance to strike. Doesn't get any vision right now. No fights here. Still maintaining that 5v5. But so much
Makes
control
sense.
being conceded right now. And yeah, I mean, they're gambling towards middle. They're gambling towards B. But now they've got an A execute that's looking to seal it on in. And there's just no resistance to be met by this.
There's going to be such a sinking stomach in their feeling once they realize what's going on here. They're going to have to try to retake with limited utility and no kit. They have realized just in time, though. Jerry's gotten back on the bomb site. Patsy's going to arrive soon. Endpoints have taken too long here, which means now there's resistance to be dealt with. Jerry, he just wide swings the first. He's actually going to be able to get around the corner with his life intact. But oh my god, the kills! They're going every which direction right now that they possibly could. It's a 2v2. No way to get this bomb down, though. Belchenok straight through the smoke gets that frag, and no ways. We have overtime.
Oh my god. You know what? I thought that just frustration factor alone, PARIVISION were just done for. They were cooked, but no. Able to resist. Jerry does it again with that pesky CZ. Art Frost with the multi. And it's not smiles, it's not roses just yet. As PARIVISION know the opportunity that they've missed out on, but enough to make it work right there. Just enough in the tank. With the quick trades. Rolling on through. The lack of, timer for the most part as well. Forcing Endpoint forward. They were probably expecting some sort of resistance. They didn't meet any of it, and we're dead even now at 12s again.
Oh my goodness. I can't believe it. I don't think Endpoint can either. Max looking to force the issue. It's actually a really good double opening kill coming through from himself and Azua as they combine. Art Frost can't affect the trade either. I mean, you know what? It does totally make sense that we ended up in overtime only because it was never expected with the buy that was in play, and nothing that we've expected to happen has actually happened in the series so far. So it does keep up with that trend at least, right?
Yes. Yeah, making our jobs just so difficult there by having no read on the flow of this game, man. It's absolutely wild here. The turning of momentums, the resiliency that both of these rosters have put in play. I mean, both rosters with puny buys absolutely had nothing going for them, and both of them able to save their tournament run with those sort of purchases. So
Yeah, in
work
some
here.
ridiculous circumstances, man.
I think you gotta bail. I mean, again, it's overtime. It matters a little bit less, but
Maybe
certainly
that
have to run that corner.
No, never mind. Yeah, way too much to be done here. Alright, well, there you have it. Endpoint going to open up here first in overtime, despite the fact they couldn't close it out in regulations. Playing against MP9s and pistols, they will take the lead once again. What a ridiculously comical map this has been. I mean, the whole series has just gone against the grain.
That's the best way to put it right there. Against the grain for both of these teams. of these rosters. I mean, I guess for Endpoint, again, if you want to try and claim a little bit more relevancy here in the scene, obviously been doing good work in the Tier 2 circuit. But trying to improve on that result, a win over PARIVISION, definitely be an impressive way to gain that with this new lineup.
Yeah. Especially in a game as big as this one. This is a playoff match. PARIVISION, the invited team, they've lost the opening pick. Mighty Max will double down. That's a beautiful adjustment. They're back on the angle. Patsy wants to try and find the trades, and he will. Missed shot there from Crucial is a costly one. Thankfully, through the smoke, Azuu does restore the advantage in the round. Kicker's got a job to do towards B, but he does not have a head.
Not gonna let Flash Man stand. Doesn't last long turning that corner. You don't get a lot of opportunities to miss, and in overtime, Endpoint, that's where their strong suits have lined up. They could sweep another half here of OT. It's looking more and more like it here. CT economy is still good enough to get all the tools out for the last round of this first half. But Mighty Max, man, he's been another player where just, you know, out of nowhere, it feels like he can just pull a round out of a hat. Double entries on offer. Making good on Sajat's 1v3.
Yeah, true. I mean, he probably felt like it was in vain when they didn't finish off the job in the next round, but he at least gave them overtime at the bare minimum. It's going to be a contest towards ramp here once again. PARIVISION just never say die. They're never willing to just bend the knee and give up that control. They're trying to contest it every single round. Endpoint don't really give them much of a contest. And now look to try and take control of their own. Wow, that was a lot of damage done by Belchnok. In vain, though. Patsy's also gone down, but he's done damage. Endpoint are limping their way forward, but they have got 2 players alive in the surplus.
Yeah, I mean, it has to feel good that there's so much HP damage, but you're still down 2, and it's queuing up for the re-aggression. Side hall being covered, and this time, Crucial, he doesn't miss. A connection and a further advantage. Art Frost, he knows he needs to fight forward here. He can't fall back, but the smokes are soon going to fade. Not in his favor. It's just going to cut him off from his teammates there. He does catch the initial on the Mighty Max here. Goes for a secondary fight, and that's fast onto Azuu. The rifle now recovered, and the low HP bars could be capitalized on him. But Sajat's going to make his life a living hell. And he makes sure that they can't get away with anything. HE's going to be too late. It might land the kill, but the bomb's already planted. So a 1v3 turns to a 1v2. Spotting the opera out as well. Crucial looking to dance behind the sandbags. Looking for an angle to just about work, but he doesn't need to take that first fight. Sajat has his coverage now. And as Kicker slowly inches his way forward, a smoke on top of the bomb. Still playing. They know he's not on it just yet, but he's going to start to stick it here. He's not sticking it, though, completely. The fake here. He's looking for the kills instead. The knife is out from Sajat, but he knows he's off of it at this point, and Crucial has the kill to confirm it. It's going to be a sweep for Endpoint in the first half of OT.
Again, just more shenanigans. How on earth do we have a sweep here in overtime after such a competitive regulation? I don't think that a team ever win like 3 consecutive rounds in regulation. I feel like it was so back and forth that we didn't even have a streak of 3. But we do here in overtime to start things off. And it means PARIVISION have to do the exact same thing here. And the reward, Ixner, another set of overtime. They can't even close the map out here on their T side. All they're fighting for is OT2 right now.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it was when they were able to come alive in regulation when Endpoint had series point first, but now they've got 3 of them. Give them 3 more chances to close out, and with full guns at their disposal, you can afford 0 mistakes. We've talked about the defensive strengths here. Azuu has been sharp on the ramp fight. Sajat has been absolutely lights out dealing with Kicker. But, hey, there's a turnaround. Kicker this time on a solo mission, able to deal with Sajat there. So that's a big relief here out of the gates.
Yeah, it is. Taking down the Kingpin on the opposite side of the server certainly will make life a bit easier. Azuu did this throughout regulation as well. He stayed around even when the smokes faded. That's going to force him into a gunfight. And not just one, but there's a couple players waiting on the opposite side of that smoke. And he's missed his opportunity to fall back.
But Jerry, he's getting hurt ticking forward right there.
Oh, and he would have heard the drop down as well, surely, right? Max somehow is able to find a kill, though, but Azuu just, yeah, completely overplays that situation for my liking.
And Crucial. A little bit off the mark as well. So a couple quick entries right there. Mighty Max looking to hold his own, looking to hold his ground. Not even a single kill in that wild off angle. That's impressive for Belchinok, but as he's shown, he's really sharp on the adjustments. HE might do the trick. Might not, though. Missed out on that a little bit there, and Kicker gives him a little parting gift right there to secure PARIVISION, at least taking one chance away from Endpoint.
Yeah, 2 more to be played out here in the set of overtime. 2 more chances to finish off the series and lock themselves a spot in the quarterfinals. We've already had one of our invite giants felled. That was Koi, who lost out to Bait earlier on today. 9 Pandas were able to get across the line against Zero Tenacity. And we're on the brink of deciding our next victor. There's still another match after this for anyone who's wondering. Bleed versus Sampi, waiting in the wings.
Two very exciting opportunities here. Patsy past the smokes. Oh, the flash comes through, but Azul again handles business here in that head-to-head duel. And it's going to be a man advantage maintained there with Mighty Max quick on the trade. Quick on the trigger. Sjot left very isolated on B. But it's always this question of if they're going to be able to react in time, because Sjot now making his ways back on in. This boost could be good, though. What are they waiting for here? It's Kicker. It's going to get sent on up there. Good angle. And it might just be a retake setup here for Endpoint as the end goal of this round.
Yeah, I agree with you. They're going to have to. PARIVISION have been able to transition in towards the speed bomb site. The plant will come through. Fresh wall of smokes as well. Keeps Endpoint at bay. They don't have any flank on the CT side either, so it's not going to be the easiest retake. At least Belchinok was actually forced. Yeah, he forced off the plant. That's bought some time, and Max is going the entire way around. It's going to take him really long to get in a position where he can actually have an impact, though. And I don't know if they can afford to wait for him. I think that they're going to have to get a move on here and try and take the attention away from the flank.
They're trying to here, but Mighty Max still has a chance to strike, and that timing is going to work perfectly in his favor here. Belchinok's just cleared it, but it's a false sense of security. They're starting to line up, though. There's that flank finally activating. Backs are turning. It's all on the Kicker to save the day. The lineup is there.
Oh!
Surreal. Just enough health right there to get the job done, and it's going to be Endpoint's game in 3.
My goodness, I can't believe it. I mean, I wouldn't believe either team winning just because of how back and forth this has been. But Endpoint have locked in the victory. Such a good result coming through for them, man. I mean, against all the adversity, against all the strife, that 1 versus 3 from Sejot, and then they get the